once he can snipe, you know, he can be a shot caller at times. He does a lot for this squad. First things coming off the board, you see the 2 attachments along with the Shiva. Pretty standard stuff thus far. And I just don't know what to expect. If DT shows up and wants to play spoiler and really gives it their all, this could be a great series. We could go 5 games. If they don't, if their backs are kind of broke, they
this
don't
could be
feel good
another
about
3-0.
it. LG could be just bringing the 3-0 hammer. We'll have to wait and see how this one plays out. Because we've got 3 picks remaining here in Ben Protect.
I mean, so far, everything pretty standard, right? I expect to maybe see concussions follow that up, but the usual suspects are already gone. There goes the HCs, and now we're down to our final 2 bans, most likely. I think we're kind of expecting to see concussions go. There it is. Maybe a specialist ability after that. Maybe something like a kinetic armor might go.
Kinetic, maybe camo, heat wave,
Purifier?
all the victims. Purifier, if you're thinking weapon, could potentially be it as well. I'm just trying to think if there's anything I'm missing that's
stock.
standard
Okay.
stock. So that's not expected whatsoever. So stock going to be the final one. You know, Revan, talk to me a little bit about what that changes. How does that affect the game when stock comes off, and who do you think it favors?
I think it might favor somebody who plays a bit more slower paced. Actually, it's tough because obviously the stock gives you just so much more mobility, not only with the assault rifles, but also the SMG. So I think with that ban, they're probably targeting somebody like John, who's going to get the majority of his skills inside the hardpoint, just strafing, and then out jiggle peeking with that stock attachment.
All right, could not agree more. Just a couple of picks in right now. You see double weapon on the side of DT. Scythe, Purifier coming in for Chino and Cinder. On the other side, 3 abilities. So already going to have a little bit of variety here between these 2 squads. We'll see as the final 2 players going to select. Okay. So 1 weapon in the Scythe, and then you go 2-2 on the other side of things. So what do you like? When you have the 3 kind of power abilities of camo, kinetic, heat wave, how do you feel about having the extra weapon instead? Maybe a Purifier versus a Heat Wave, for instance.
I think the discussion here is Purifier versus Camo. What would you rather have? Somebody who's able to, sneak behind enemy lines, maybe contest for the anchor spot with Camo and use that to break, or something like a Purifier that could really zone out the other team and stop them from getting close inside the hardpoint?
So kind of a preference thing for some teams and players, depending on how they like to play hardpoint. A reminder to you guys, April 1st through 3rd, we've got the Stage 1 finals here for the North American Call of Duty World League coming up. Tickets on sale. Come spend the weekend, hang out, meet some of the pros, meet some of us commentators who are not as good at the game, but equally handsome.
I could agree with that, for sure.
I had nothing there. Just had nothing that I wanted to take that towards. But hey, no, seriously, I'm a fun guy. Come to the event. Come hang out. I promise.
Has kind of like a funky smell to him, but he's a nice guy. I promise he won't bite.
He's so old. He smells a little moldy. But all right, guys, editing their classes now before we hop into game 1. God, I'm still trying to keep. Can we take a look? If we have the standings updated, actually, if you don't mind, can we take a look? Because I know
things are getting pretty out of control here.
We have a lot going on over on Bravo. Also after our match, so let's look at this here. So 8 wins, you have LG, TSM. H2K is playing right now, correct?
Yeah, they're playing against Rise.
So
it's possible that they lose.
If they
match.
lose, then Complexity is in, or is Complexity in now? 1, 2. Complexity is in now, I think, actually.
Complexity safe after the
Well, think
TK
about it,
win?
because no one can get to 10 wins, right?
Yeah.
I don't think any of the other teams can, because
only the teams with 8 wins can.
But yeah, but they'd still be above there. So could they potentially be in the 8th spot? Yes, that they're still able to fall victim to, but I don't think they can actually fall out of it entirely. But now tonight, so they're going to go up against Optic in the final match of the night, which is no easy feat. And then this one with LG getting the win.
Well, they did beat Optic last time they matched up.
That's true. It's true they did. But I don't know. This is probably the poorest stretch we've seen from Complexity with regards to results. I don't know if this is the team we saw that pushed all the way up to. They were 3rd at one point, right? Is that the highest they got?
Yeah, definitely top 4.
I think they were 3rd behind Optic Navy at one point. They were tied with FaZe, but might have been up on the map win percentage. No, there was no way they were ahead of map win percentage at FaZe. Maybe you're right. Might have been 4th. But anyway,
they were up there. They were safe.
It's not the top 3 or 4 team that we saw at one point this season. They've certainly been struggling as of late. But now you take a look there at the overview of the map. All 5 hard points listed for you guys. It makes it a little bit easier to follow here. Now hopping into game 1, LG. DT. What DT do we get? That's kind of the question for me.
I don't know, but what I do know is Kills uses smoke grenades. Won't have a chance to use them as right off the bat. It is 3 down for DT. Diabolic will pick up the first kill for his team, as he's going to be fighting from the side of Palace. Did spot one player near middle map, and he will find the kill on the replays, but a slow start from DT as LG, they surge out to what's going to be around a 20-point lead.
Oh, Diabolic taking the cute route around as he's able to come up behind one. Can he find another shooting a player that already dropped? Nice. But he does find one inside. Oh, that was his teammate. So he actually did get it. Oh, nice three-piece there from Diabolic. Unfortunately, one being his teammate.
Yeah, certainly an unfortunate situation, but Diabolic's going off, man. Inside the hard point, he's already got the line strike, gets the Hellstorm missile after that.
Oh,
now he's only 25 points away from the Cerberus. Can he keep this going? Has yet to die. I think he just wants to back up, play it safe, and get the capture points on the next hard point. But speaking about the next one, as we move over towards cages, you already got players from Luminosity there with some early position.
Well, how do you play this right now? You want to make sure you get these 25 points. Do you consider using a streak? Just hope you get an assist? What do you want to do here? I mean, just flying in seems a little bit risky.
Yeah, have your teammate in Chino bait.
That's
he flies in.
Perfect.
Just like that, he gets the Cerberus. Definitely something we'll see that's going to have an impact on this map, as he's 7-1, the lead slayer for his team. But despite that, Luminosity continuing to build a lead.
It's funny because it's the first time I looked at the score. I was so focused on Diabolic's hot streak to begin, and yeah, LG is almost doubling up their opponents despite the early points. But
that's okay. They'll have a chance to use these streaks. He's going to call in the lightning strike now just to fend off this push from Luminosity. It'll force him to speed up. He does pick up one with that. Also sees where the remaining players from LG are going to be pushing from. But, you know, like he brings out the Cerberus, maybe on that next middle hard point, he could use the Hellstorm missile over towards the glass. He could get it through the window if they don't have control and take out players inside there.
Well, in the final 15 seconds, you saw a break for just a moment, but able to take back control very quickly was DT. Now setting up at the third hard point, one of the most important ones on the map.
I just watched Killa fall off the map.
I said we just saw somebody soar off there through the X-ray.
Killa trying to spread his wings and fly under the mat.
Yeah, didn't work.
And Replays does spot this player going on the outside wall run. Easy kill for him as he shuts down Sender. And well, Sender's going to have a teammate try almost the exact same thing as Replays finds the second kill.
I've been loving Replays as of late. And I know he gets knocked sometimes for...
He's a very calm player.
For gun skill and stuff. And is he up there with a formal in the AR department? No, he's not. But his positioning, I think, is just as good as most players. Just look at that. Just obliterates two more. He's on a 3 streak now, 11-7. I just think he's very, very good at making the right decisions when he needs to.
Yeah, exactly. He's very smart. He's very calm. Very rarely do you see somebody like Replays get flustered in the middle of the match. Like, here comes the heat wave though. Spacey's still able to pick up 2 going through that, as now he has active camo, and now he's working towards some of his own score streaks. He's got the same ones on as Diabolic, as Diabolic is actually going to call in the Cerberus here, and that's a great location to put it right through the window. That's where I thought he was going to use the Hellstorm missile if need be.
I believe that last hard point was a full 60 as well. So that was a big one for LG, because they were trailing by 20 or so points, right around that 30 mark. So they held down Palace for the entire time. That's why you and I always talk about that third hard point being so big through each rotation. You're going to see that sometimes, what, 2, maybe 3 times potentially? Yeah. Actually, no, we've never gotten to a third.
Oh, he's going to control the Cerberus here. Too bad I can't contest the hard point for him, as that's going to get EMP. He's forced to stop driving it for the time being, but I believe it's still going to be alive. Yep. Helping out the players as DT. They're finding their way back into the game off of these score streaks. They might be able to at least tie the game.
He's going to hop back in this. He's going to hop back in. Oh, if they all just drop in here through a window. Oh, no, EMP is coming in, going to be taken out. Not able to line them all up, but he was still in this sneaky corner, and he's going to be able to pick up a kill. So how back and forth has this game been? It's like one hard point gets completely controlled, over from like top middle control by LG. The next one, DT. The next LG, now back to DT.
And he uses the Hellstorm missile here as well. He might find one kill. No, but he's going to call out to Killa where everybody's located, and Killa can't find their crucial kills here, trying to contest for the spawns. It's going to be Chino now following this one up, looking for players to take out from behind. He's got great position to work with. It doesn't seem like anybody from LG know that he's around this area. He could do some serious damage right now.
Trying to get in. One on his left. Not going to connect. First shot comes in from Spacely, and he's able to take that one. Trying to fly in is Killa. He's going to be taken out. Saints Replays.
He re-earned some streaks too.
Diabolic's been playing great, 17-7. It's just needing the rest of the team to step it up. It's a rough start here from Killa and Sender. Chino has been supporting, but Chino not a guy that's going to spend much time with the hard point. Diabolic's been getting the time and also picking up the kills, Revan.
So he's going to call in the lightning strike here, and yeah, Diabolic for the majority of stage 1, he's been the one lifeline that DT have had. You know, if Diabolic has been able to take over games, normally you see DT winning most of those matches.
Yeah, and I mean, Chino, you kind of expect consistency in regards to slamming. Look, he's on a 6 streak right now. He has just come alive very, very quickly. You expect him to put up big numbers. Diabolic a little more inconsistent, but I agree with you. When he has big games, they win.
You see two guys on DT with phenomenal games, but they're actually losing the game right now.
Yeah, and that could be just part of the fact that they're at a stage 1, you know, maybe not putting in the same effort towards the objective as they may have done if they were still alive. You can sometimes see that type of stuff happen, but the result is it's certainly going to favor LG to some degree, but they have kept this game one pretty tight.
Yeah. For sure. The streaks coming in from Diabolic, he was able to re-earn those. Definitely having an effect as Chino just starting to rip everybody with the sight, turns around, puts some shots on the player over near bottom lab. The Hellstorm missile comes in, cleans up Spacely. He's still got some juice left. Not sure if it's enough for a kill. It's going to expire pretty soon. Well, he gets taken out. It's Diabolic. He's got Heatwave. One thing I liked from LG with spamming their EMP grenades is it stops somebody from activating an ability. So in that situation, you know, if you EMP Diabolic through the majority of the game, he gets limited usage of the heat wave.
That was great. The Simtex in, and then the one bullet there obliterating that player off a AC. But I agree with you. It seems like some teams have started to use EMPs more and more kind of as stage 1 went on because they can be affected in so many capacities. I still remember when you read about how it'll disrupt some weapons, abilities, stop you from using them. They have so many utilities.
Yeah, now it's going to be Replays earning some streaks. He's got the Lightning Strike. EMP goes out trying to get some EMP assists off that. The Purifier gets popped from Sender, and just like that, all 4 go down from Luminosity as it's going to be DT retaking the lead in this game. And they could start to run away with it on this cage hardpoint.
See if they can hold on here, start to pull away a bit. They've got a lot more time with 35 seconds left to go here. He still has some of the Purifier. He kills one, not able to get the second, and now it is going to be a retake here for LG. They've got control for the time being, but another 2-piece from Chino. How many times we see him do it just in this game, picking up those big kills as they tried to get the break. Chino back in control. Heatwave coming in. He's going to be dropped. That Saint answering with a 2-piece of his own.
It's funny. Where's the slang from LG right now? Normally, it would be like the other way around where DT would be the guys, you know, heavily outslayed from their opponents, but Saints having a very quiet game along with John. Spacely and Replays are actually the lead slayers right now. Spacely with 2 minutes, 31 seconds inside the hard point. That's been the one thing that's keeping LG in the game is the amount of time they have inside the hill because they're not getting too many kills.
Well, where's the slang? I mean, you look right at Saints. I mean, he's the guy that's been one of the most consistent guys in the league, at least. At one point, I think he was, I don't know, right around a 1.2 KD. We see him do that over the course of a week all the time. And when he starts to come alive, I think you'll see a shift in the score to some degree. He's 18 and 20 right now. Him and Spacely connecting. Unfortunately, any streak that Saints wanted, Spacely just obliterated.
Well, Spacely could get streaks here. Oh, just so close, but unable to. It's going to be Saints pick up where Spacely left off, trying to control the rest of the time here on the hard point. And I'm going to agree with you. If Saints is able to flip that switch and turn into beast mode, I think LG will be able to run away with this game. And it usually just happens at some point. We've seen him have slow starts to a game or slow finishes, but at some point he erupts, and that's where you'll see him. What did he have? He had a 50-plus game last night. I think he went on a 10-plus streak. At some point he is going to come alive, and right now it may not even matter, as they only need 28 more points here to close out this game. But this seems to be one of the swing hard points on this map. You know, over near glass, if you're able to rotate early enough, you could certainly lock down the majority of the time. You push out the lanes, but DT, they just get forced out of it. And look how far away they're spawning out now. This is looking very good for LG. They got Camo to work with here. Do they have anything else? Do they have a heat wave on Saints? Camo gets popped here by Spacely. With the help of Replays, they're able to find 2. Diabolic falls off the map. LG, they should be able to close it out right here. And does Replays have any more streaks? No, so he's used everything. Well, he's getting close again, honestly. But it shouldn't matter. They should have enough points as long as they can pick up a couple crucial kills. John, Replay, Saints, all coming in on the kill feed. The sight timing not going to be great, but that should be enough to hold on as the final seconds tick away. LG taking map 1. I mean, you look at the scoreboard, we'll have a chance to after this map is fully finished, but DT outslay LG right there. Spacely spends the better part of a fortnight outside of the hard point. What do you end up with, 3-4 minutes? Something just ridiculous? I think probably around 3 minutes he finishes with. Yeah, 3 minutes, 12 seconds. That's about as much time as you'll ever see for one player. When you start hitting that 3+ minute mark, you were setting up camp inside of the hard point. 3 times 60 seconds, that's 180. That'll be 192 points he earned on his own. Out of the total 250 they got the win for? That's pretty good. That's pretty wild there from him, but we'll take a look at the scoreboard here shortly so we can break it down a little bit more. And part of me thinks that's just, it's hard to blame DT, but you got to think, you know, you've been knocked out, you know you're playing a relegation. Maybe some of them focusing a little bit more on getting some kills and not as much on the objective. That doesn't shock me, but it also goes to show if you don't focus enough on the objective, this type of thing can happen, and LG pulls off the victory. Yeah, go ahead, pull up the scoreboard. Let's show the viewers what everything's working with. I mean, you got Replays. Well, actually, finishes top. Yeah, they didn't get outslated at all because Kill is 14 and 29. Yeah, that was the one difference there. But
so everyone else even are positive.
Like until the very end, DT weren't outslaying LG. Thanks to Diabolic, who had a very explosive start to this game. He got some help from Chino, and then they slow down in the second rotations of Hardpoint. And really, what was it, that one Palace Hardpoint, LG started to run away with the game.
All right, now looks like we might be changing lobby here, so we can get everything set up for our next match. And just take a look at some highlights here from game number 1. LG ultimately able to take the victory in this one. And that's, I don't know. I mean, I know we've had a couple of 3-0s tonight. I'm not guaranteeing this one will be, but if you looked at the schedule, this is certainly one you considered with the way LG has been playing and the fact that DT was recently, well, you know, so they're going to be playing in relegation. You got to think this favors LG pretty darn heavily.
Oh, yeah. I think so as well. DT, Hardpoint has been, I think, their best game mode. So the fact that they drop it here against LG, definitely a rough start to the series for them. But
yeah.
I like what you're saying. This is a DT team. They're only playing spoiler at this point. They're going to be in relegation going into the Stage 1 finals. Obviously not the position they'd want to be in. And quite frankly, their destiny was in their own hands. You know, they lost a handful of Game 5s. I think they finished like 1-6 or 1-7 overall in Game 5s. I mean, that's 7 potential wins they could have had.
It's crazy to think about. That's the story for quite a few of the teams, and we were talking about that with CLG earlier. They've struggled just as much in those Game 5s. On the flip, that's been kind of the bread and butter for Complexity as far as what their record is, and they're still pretty close. But I mean, if they didn't win those Game 5s, they're in the same exact position or worse as someone like DT or CLG.
Yeah.
Waiting to get Stronghold S&D started here. This is one. Who do you think this favors? I mean, you have someone like Killa. S&D, very, very solid player. Historically has been great. We heard him be a great in-game leader in Optic in S&D when he filled in for them that one time. But do you give them a chance against LG right now? No?
No.
I understand it.
I'll keep it short and sweet for you now.
I understand it. It's tough to be in the position DTR right now when your only motivation is really playing spoiler, is what it is. So
I mean, I was in a similar position to them in the very first league for Call of Duty. I mean, I was on Cursed New York. We were at the bottom. We were like, all right, guys, we need to win every single match from here on out if you want a chance at making it to the playoffs. We lost the match directly after that, and we were knocked out.
Yep. It's scary, but, you know, we asked you guys earlier to get involved on Twitter. We want to hear your guys' questions. So the other way around, we're usually asking you guys about a variety of topics. Where's the wig? That's amazing. And I don't know where it is. Actually, I think it's on Jack. So Jack started wearing it out at night. I don't know if you knew this about Jack, but one of his favorite things is
I did spot that out.
He likes to dress up sometime in women's clothing in Los Angeles.
Listen, Jack, we don't judge you. It's fine that you do it, but you don't have to hide it. We know it happens.
He puts the wig on. He likes to do a little bit of salsa dancing, you know? Jack gets a little...
That would explain that one lipstick that we have in our bathroom.
No, that would explain that. But the first thing coming off here, going to be the Shiva. Same as game number 1. We'll look and see who's going to be able to make an impact here in S&D. But,
the Shiva's really good on this map specifically.
Yeah.
You know, you post up over near the half wall, and you just get such a good line of sight over towards the bomb as well as top mansion. There goes High Caliber. Probably see rapid fire followed up. Yeah, of course. Tacticals, maybe it'll come out here. Maybe you target like one special stability.
I just want to wear that wig now. I look so handsome.
I mean, you need all the help you can get.
It's Wednesday. WCW Maven.
Mrs. Maven.
Beautiful blonde wig.
I got a burrito today from Chipotle, and that was my WCW.
Oh God, that sounds delicious. It does. After this match, I think I'm gonna leave. You're gonna solo cast. I'm gonna drive Chipotle, get a burrito. But Flashbang still in now. Now it's search and destroy.
Why does he always miss it?
We still have thermals, snipers, overkill. And Killa has missed these pretty consistently.
Yeah.
Like, what is he doing over there?
Listen, sometimes you step away from your PlayStation 4, your mom just cooked you dinner. You're running over, you're trying to scarf that down real quick. Listen, I pretty much conditioned myself to eat really quickly because, like, obviously, you know, I'm playing matches at home, and my parents, they didn't like me skipping dinner. So I would literally run to the kitchen, eat as quickly as I could so that I wouldn't miss the match I was playing.
That's impressive stuff. I love that. See, I don't think that's what it is for Killa. I see him as being like a cat guy.
There's overkill.
Like, he's surrounded by a lot of cats, and he's trying to take care of them. There's cats like crawling on him while he's playing. All right, overkill did finally come off. I didn't think I saw anything else that involved the sniper. I mean, thermal still made it in. SVG.
Nothing too crazy, really.
So replays might be able to make an impact here because, well, who do you think
Well, let's see
has
if
the
Killa,
edge in snipers.
if
in this
Killa picks his specialist, like we know he's there. If he misses this, then maybe something's going down on his end. John picks up overdrive, by the way, so that's something to take note of.
Maybe Killa fell asleep.
I won't put it past them. Okay, so it seems like he might not actually be at his place.
Gravity spikes and S&D. Let's go.
This is definitely not the one you want.
Diabolic gonna grab Heatwave, and Space Lee will be the final pick. He's gonna go with Glitch here. LG looking to take this one as quickly as possible, try and do their best to qualify here for the league. And, or it's not for the league, sorry, qualify for, well, I guess technically you're qualifying for stage 2 as well,
yeah.
but really qualify for the finals here to play for $250,000. Again, that's going to be in a couple weeks, April 1st through 3rd here in Burbank.
Tickets are on sale.
Yes.
Go get your tickets.
Get your tickets. Come hang out with me. We'll go see a movie. I don't know what's coming out that weekend. I'll check it out.
I don't even know what's out, to be honest. I don't leave my room.
Go to a nice dinner, like a nice pizza place nearby.
There's one right down the street.
Very, very true. I'll see Zootopia. Is that DreamWorks or Pixar? I love me an animated movie, I'm going to be honest. They're fantastic.
I don't know.
Did you see Inside Out?
I did not.
You
want to take me? Can that be our first date?
Yeah.
You take me out to see that?
You don't strike me as someone that's seen very many TV shows or movies.
I've actually seen a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't believe that for 1 second.
Why not?
I just don't. You're a strange guy.
Wait. You're calling me strange.
It's true. It's true. You're right.
You're like one of the strangest people I've ever met.
I am.
And I haven't met a lot of people.
I'm proud of that. I really am. I'm unique, you know? Mix things up.
You are definitely unique. You're one of a kind.
All right, well, you didn't give LG a chance, or sorry, DT a chance in this game.
No.
Score. Are you talking like 6-0, 6-1 type
6-2.
game? 6-2.
LG, yeah.
Okay.
I think DT, I think their team morale is pretty low at the moment. I think they're pretty upset that they'll be at the Stage 1 playoffs, but they won't be in the top 8. So they're fighting for their Stage 2 life coming up, of course, in the next stage, a couple of weeks.
Well, yeah, if anyone's not clear kind of how it's going to go, basically you're going to have 16 teams from the Challenge Division that are compete online in groups to narrow it down to 4 teams. Those 4 teams are then going to be coming to compete on LAN against the bottom 4. They're going to drop out of Stage 1. We don't know who those 4 teams are yet. We haven't got to the relegation side of things for the Challenge Division, but it's going to be insane. So Friday of that weekend will be the relegation matches to determine who gets into Stage 2. Yep. Saturday and Sunday will be the playoff matches for $250,000. We're getting very, very close, but back to the action here, getting ready to load into Game 2.
I mean, Killa made his classes.
S&D. Oh, that's a start.
I'm not sure if he wants to be using gravity spikes here.
If he gets a gravity spike kill, I'm going to lose it. If it makes enough rounds for him to even get that. Did Overclock make it through?
I don't think so.
I don't think it did either. Yeah, that would have given him a better chance.
I have seen gravity spikes used once in Search and Destroy. It was by Mochilla. He didn't even earn them.
That doesn't shock me.
Yeah, it takes a long time to earn some of these special rounds. So Killa did drop from the game. So it looks like we might just get a quick reset on this one. Yep. So the game will be ended. We'll get Killa back in here, and then I'm sure he'll just tell League Ops kind of what his ban would be, and then we could just do the special.
Oh, yeah, we should be able to hop right back into this, guys. So thank you for your patience. Sorry about the delay, but some issues. Could be a power outage, internet issue. Who knows what's going on with Killa right now?
Just knocked out his router.
I don't know if he's a cat. I don't know if he's a cat guy or not, but I kind of envision him as kind of a cat guy. Now this is big. There's probably a lot of you guys out there watching that are TSM, TK, H2K fans, CLG fans, just trying to see if LG's able to pull off this victory.
Would love a DT win right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, DT has as many fans as they had during the rest of Stage 1. Like, they probably doubled their fans for this match tonight just for them to play spoiler. Like, please just take out LG right now and give our teams a chance. You've got 4 major organizations kind of rooting for them right now. But unfortunately, I just think it's going to be very, very tough because if this was LG at some points during the year, we saw be a little inconsistent, saw be really shaky, kind of pre-UMG, maybe, but not.
We certainly had their doubts about them going into that event.
Yeah,
a lot of people may be underestimating them, but it seems like they've really figured out their entire team dynamic at that LAN event.
They have. It's certainly been better. LAN.
Let's listen. Local area network device. Land.
All right. I like it. Now, hopefully, he hasn't made it back in, but it should just be a couple of minutes while we wait to get the lobby going again, and we should be able to start right into the game. If you are just tuning in, I'll just give you a quick recap of what's gone on here in our first couple matches of the night. First
we only
match,
saw 6 maps.
Yeah, for 3-0 for CLG. Second ended up being FaZe 3-0ing at TSM. Let's bring up the standings one more time, just in case you guys haven't seen it yet. Kind of curious where everyone is falling in this one. We'll take a look just so you can see at that relegation zone right around that bubble where teams are trying to get into the top 8, see who's got the best opportunity. Now remember, we've got 2 matches left tonight. So we have this. We also have Optic going up against Complexity. After that, everyone has 3 matches remaining. So from Optic through to Envious, and actually I think Complexity at this point, Optic through Complexity is safe. The only thing that could really change is seeding for those guys.
Okay, yeah, so H2K did lose, so that's what sealed the deal for Complexity.
H2K lost, made sure Complexity is in, but seeding could jumble around a bit. So now, really, CLG through LG, those 5 teams, 2 are getting in. Wow. And what 2 just solely depends on
honestly, I wouldn't be too surprised if TK makes it through.
I lied. 2 matches remaining. I don't know. 3. He came in today with 3. So 2 matches remaining next week for Tuesday and Wednesday. And I have no idea.
Wouldn't be surprised to see TK make it through. They always have some magic behind them.
I picked last weekend during the 25K, I said H2K LG, which I felt pretty good about at the time. But
H2K has been on fire. Well, not a bad pick, and now they're slowing down.
They lost 3 in a row after looking so good after getting the team house. 3 in a row. Losses for them.
They 3-0 FaZe, and then what happens?
I don't know, man.
Things just turned for the worse.
I fell apart a little bit, but the TSM loss was big. I kind of agree with you to that point a bit. Like, TK does always find a way, but I guess CLG's in the worst position, but TK's not in a good one either, because when we broke down their matches...
Who do they play?
I believe it's Optic.
They already played Optic, I thought. Didn't they play them, like, yesterday?
Well, okay, was it yesterday? Well, when we looked at it, they had the #1 strength of schedule when we did last Thursday show coming into this week. I remember they had 4 top teams to play.
Remember they played FaZe, they went to Game 5 with FaZe. Then they played Optic coming into yesterday's match. Then they win tonight. Who'd they play tonight? They played Elevate tonight, so that was a big win.
That's a really big win because that was.
I got to see who they're going to play in their next few matches.
Well, that got to think that cuts down their strength of schedule so much. Already playing Optic and playing Elevate
and FaZe.
And I don't know if I'm pretty sure the strength of schedule I saw was before the FaZe match.
Might have been.
No, because they didn't play FaZe Optic last week. Both of them, did they?
No, they played Optic yesterday, and then
FaZe was last week. Yeah, so that would have. No, I don't know. I got to see what the final ones are, but I'm pretty sure they play like Envy or Rise or something. They still have a really tough matchup.
I mean, listen, if they play Envy, that might honestly not be too bad for them. The way Envy's been playing.
Envy could lose to anyone, like potentially us forecasters right now. I'm kidding. They've just been struggling the past couple of weeks. They'll bounce back.
The way you play Call of Duty, Maven, I don't know. Your shot's a little shaky.
My M8 is consistent.
Consistently bad.
My every other gun is just basically a trash can. All right, well, the guys are just going through the specialist draft real quick, and we'll be ready to hop back into game 2.
Curious to see if Killa sticks with the gravity spikes here. Probably not.
I highly doubt that.
You might pull a small and take out the War Machine.
The War Machine? We haven't seen the War Machine since like the qualifier. Well, a couple times, like sporadically throughout the course. I was playing. Parasite used it one time when Flakjack was banned, I think. But
I was playing like some online search matches with our League Ops guy Small. He was making his classes. We were in the specialist draft. He was like, "Yo, what should I use? What should I use?" I'm like, "I don't know, man. Just pick any ability." He's like, I think I'm gonna go with the War Machine." I'm like, "What? What?"
Oh, well, Everett, you do a great job in League Ops, though. Let me tell you, buddy. All right, now, everyone loading in. We should be good to go. Thank you again
goes with Glitch.
For your patience, guys. Yeah, so the pick he had by default because whatever it was.
Well, LG don't pick kinetic armor?
LG's the only team that does it. They've done it twice in the last 2 weeks.
DT are usually the team that I see do it.
Yeah, LG is, if kinetic armor's in, they are not necessarily going to take it.
Why not? Tell me why.
Okay, I'm pretty sure Killa dropped out again. I'm going to try and hear from League Ops. We may have to take a quick break, guys, just to see what's going on. Not sure if this is a forfeit scenario or what's happening, but this is, I think, the second or third time we've seen him disconnect from the lobby. And this one, as soon as I get more information, we'll let you guys know. But thank you again for being patient. Just trying to get this second map loaded up.
Thanks for bearing with us, guys. And, you know, for those of you who are using the live event viewer, I always like to get some pictures of people who are using it out there. I know it's made my life a whole lot easier because I only got 2 monitors at home. So one set up for my computer. The other one I could use as like a secondary stream for the live event viewer. I could catch both matches going on at the same time. So let me some pictures. Let me see your setup. How are you using the live event viewer? I want to see some in my mentions.
It's awesome. It's I've only used it a couple times just because usually I'm here casting, and it's just really easy to use, incredibly fluid.
Shout out to
click
of a button, you're there.
Phenomenal stuff there. But yeah, we're just hearing some issues still for Killa, so hopefully he'll be ready to go here in just a moment, guys. If not, we'll let you know. May just have a quick break, and we'll have to wait for the league op team to get it figured out. But I mean, the one thing right now, I guess the one good thing if you're Killa, if you win, it doesn't mean you're in stage 1. It doesn't have a whole lot of implications for your squad right now.
It's more for the Luminosity side, right?
Very true. Yeah, very much for the Luminosity side. I would hope to get a good best-of-5 series here between these 2 squads just to kind of determine, because, again, the Luminosity win or loss affects everyone that's trying to get in right now.
Yeah, it affects all the teams. It affects you. It affects me. Yeah. There's a lot of implications here.
Certainly are, but we are hearing might just be a couple more minutes, guys. Okay. So we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, try to get everything resolved. If he gets back sooner, we'll hop right back in, guys. But thank you so much for your patience.
You're going to have excitement. He's gone 3-0. Oh! Shucks gets completely done. There's another one right there. Excite. Get me the vomit bag. That was sick. Will Mindfreak now consider the cold-blooded because Excite is coming on. There's 3. Excite, you're going in the top 5, buddy. That's 3 in a row.
Toho, however, has got another 2 kills. He's on 10. He's on 11 as he gets another onto Brand. He single-handedly opened up this flag and picked it up. Can he make the run? He's got Legend to babysit. This could very well be a run all off the back of Toho, who really has been an outstanding player. MVP already of the game and of the play day. And potentially he's one more part. And he's played to find. He's done it as well. Niall's gone. Toho is king. Has just slipped off the map in such a crucial round as well. He's gone. It's going to be an early, easy step in the right direction for Millennium, but just for a second before Nolson is fed. Tommy on a silver platter gets another one on the offense. Swanee was not expecting like that, an overextension. Tolson putting a toe out of line. Can he put his whole foot? No, not just yet, but he has the tag and the frag. Mad Cat gone, and now looks like he's just... Nolson!
Hitting this wall run, which might actually be the best chance he has in this round. So he's one on the site now, a one-on-one. He's got overdrive as well. Really pop overdrive to follow this one up. That's what you want to see. Chino trying to, you've got to pop overdrive. He's got to pop overdrive.
He's got to use it to go for the defuse after this.
What? The dart gets called in. No, you got to run back to the site. You got to go defuse. Go overdrive. Oh my God. Run to the site, Chino. Go. 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 What am I saying? No. Oh my God. Is he going to get the defuse? Is he going to get the defuse? Oh, I can't do this. No. See where he spawns in on the map. There he is, back in his spawn. I think that's exactly why he did that. Ricky, though, earns himself the Cerberus, gets a... Ricky is literally doing everything. He's 20-5 on a 10 streak. He's going to call on the Cerberus. He's got the lead blocking done for his team. Oh, God, this game's getting out of hand quick.
Parasite's got the flag in his hand.
They're literally running away with this one.
Yeah, not much else they could do in this position, man. They're just...
Ricky is
They've dug themselves their own grave.
Oh, my God! Ricky, someone make him stop.
Ricky's almost playing, like, 1v4 right now.
Honestly, right now, you've got Elevate playing checkers, and Ricky's playing chess. He's been playing chess for years. And he's ready for this player here. 13 streak.
Gonna challenge.
Trying to make it happen. Oh, my Lord.
He's on a 13 kill spree.
And there's no sign of it stopping.
He only has 5 deaths.
Oh, man, this is just funny at this point. Ricky is literally commanding the whole map for his team. Wins another engagement, making a 14 streak. I don't even know what to say. He's going to call the Hellstorm.
He's going to earn it again.
And look, he just slows it down. And look at how much map presence that gives his team.
Oh, he's going through the window.
Oh, my God. Ricky's on a 15 streak. And he's going to go for more. He knows Viceno's in the middle map. He's got one player to his right. Wins that gunfight.
Someone kill him. Thank you.
16 kills. His streak was more kills than anyone else in the game, Revan.
I remember the first time I saw a pro, he sits down next to me and he starts playing, he's doing his thing. Wait a second, I know that guy, you know, like I see that guy on MLG, and I was just like, oh my God. You know, like I was like all embarrassed. I knew that's what I wanted to do. This was like a kid's dream at the time, you know, like something I never thought was even possible. That people were actually going across the country and playing against each other for like large sums of money. I was like, oh, this is like my heaven, you know, I gotta like get into this. I've been playing for Optic since last, maybe October. It's the longest I've ever been on an organization or a team, and couldn't be happier. When I first joined Optic Gaming, there was like a lot of pressure on myself. I gotta just do my best. Just a year before that, I was just watching these guys play. And then a year later, I was on the team that like everybody kind of wanted to be on. And the first event, I did really poorly. Compared to how I've been playing the past 2 years that I've been in Call of Duty, I played terrible. And no one had to tell me that. I know when I do bad. 6 months from now, I have to have said that I won Call of Duty championships. The past 2 years, I've gone, and I've underperformed. We've underplaced as a team. We were expected to win, and I got reality checked really quick. We thought no one could beat us, and then we got beat by 2 different teams. Our mentalities about champs this year is so much different than last year's, but we're just not gonna mess around. I've got to win Call of Duty champs. That's the biggest thing, that's the only thing.
All right, guys, welcome back. Cross your fingers that Killa is ready to go. We've got him in the lobby. We're trying to start game 2 here between LG and DT. Final match of the night. Gonna maybe be the, well, actually, you know, that was kind of the biggest one to me when Complexity wasn't guaranteed the rent. Now with the H2K loss, it lowers the implications a bit, but it's still big on seeding for Complexity, because Complexity right now in the 5th spot, right? They could drop. No, 6th spot. They can drop all the way to 8.
Yeah, they can drop to 8, but they're safe, right? There's the only 2 teams that can make it to 10 wins are the 2 below them. So the other 2 teams that are contending for that top 8 spot are both at 7 wins right now.
Well, they're just thankful that H2K got that loss. That kind of is,
yeah,
we're okay, boys. Take a step back. We're in. We're playing for the $250,000. And
they'll be there.
That's what's scary. Imagine if a team that's as good as they are at S&D and has clutched up so many times.
Just in general,
is
as good as they are.
They can be a first-round opponent for Optic Gaming.
Yeah.
Just, wow.
I mean, listen, at UMG at South Carolina, they got first-rounded there. So it's something that's happened to them in the past. But anyways, let's talk about this matchup. You got John taking out the sniper rifle here for Luminosity, looking for somebody peeking early on over near that B bomb site. Now, does Replays have one out as well? No. So normally we see Replays. Oh, of course, as soon as I switch over to Replays, John gets a kill.
So we've got, is it just one?
Yeah, just one.
Let me see if we have any on the other side. Chino will pull it up from time to time. No, he's playing with the sub.
Well, Chino's dead.
He backed up a player. Oh, I was looking at Diabolic, sorry.
Yeah.
Probably because I tried to select
Oh,
Chino.
what are you watching, Diabolic? You got to know that the whole middle map is open like that.
Well, John's now got 2, working on the ace here with the sniper. He might catch another one with the Elcar, a little bit out of range. That's Killa getting one before it's going to be traded out there by Spacely. And now you find Cinder.
And that's an offense.
All by his lonesome, and that is a big opening win here on offense for LG.
Yeah, that's exactly how Luminosity wanted to start out. Interesting to see John. He has fooled around with the sniper on Breach, but normally you see Replays their go-to sniper. Cool to see John starting to bring it out here. Start to get some practice with it going into the Stage 1 finals. Luminosity trying to secure their spot in the top 8. And right now they just seem to be cruising against this DT. Yeah, Chino has the sniper out. Let's see what he could do with it.
Yeah, Chino, I'll watch John on my screen because they're probably going to be challenging each other. Actually, it looks like he pushed over towards bunker. So John watching mid-street, not going to find anyone. The grenade from Replays opening things up here early.
Chino did spot this player behind the site.
Oh, Killa tried to cross half wall, just do, and John tags him in the neck. One player alive is Cinder yet again. Cinder tried to pull off, I think, the 1v3 before.
Okay.
Now the 1v4, picks up 2. One, the back checks that as well.
Ooh.
Almost gives himself a very quick one-on-one. If he somehow pulled that off there, that would have been almost as quick as Nogavins. Where was the 4th player?
Right behind him.
Oh, that could have been ridiculous.
You might actually see him here through the doorway. Maybe. No, the rock's blocking
Replays clutches up. Takes advantage there of the weak Cinder. As they've now got a 2-0 lead here. So Replays open it up with the grenade. Shut it down with the battle there with Cinder. Now are we going to stay with John this time? You going to trust John to hit the shot?
No. Yes. Maybe not. No, we'll stay with him.
Let's see. Let's see. Can he find anyone? Let's take a look at the other side. Is there anyone sniping across there? It was close as Chino. Yeah, Chino is sniping close.
Behind the bomb, is that him?
He's right side. Yeah, that's Chino.
They spotted each other. John knows he's there. Just waiting for him to peek out.
Oh, my. Oh, God.
Did you catch that from Chino's point of view?
Yeah. Can we get that on a replay later? Pull that from my monitor, because that was a sick shot from Chino.
Write that down as a top play.
Chino, I don't think, is moving anymore because he's either screaming or probably clipping that for himself.
No!
He hasn't really moved since he hit that shot. He retreated back to safety and relaxed for a bit. Oh, now he's back. Okay.
All right, Saints pushing forward. He's actually walked right past one player, and this could be the opening that LG needed. He's going to find one player at the statue, takes on Kelly, turns around, finds a second one nearby to Mansion. Dive ball quickly falls out. There's a third right in front of him. Puts in some shots into Chino, and Chino is running for his dear life.
Those shots were sick on the player statue.
Yeah.
That's not easy to hit with a VMP at that range.
That is Saints for you.
Yep. That is Saints. Now, can he pick up a third? Chino, all by himself here. 15 seconds to work with. He might just catch this.
One.
He
knows he's planning the bomb. No, he runs out of ammo.
Reload. He doesn't get it. It's Saints clutching up. So Saints goes huge.
This
He gets those 2 kills.
Funniest. He plants the bomb.
And he's like, oh, I'm being shot. Oh, I'm being shot. Oh, I'm being shot. And that is the advantage of an SMG over a pistol.
Is that a Maven's mishap right there?
I mean, that's tough, right? That to get both those kills with one clip of the L car.
But he's planting the bomb.
Well, I mean, like, I'm right. All right, wasn't pretty. I'm writing it down. You're right.
All right, it's going to be Luminosity up 3-0 DT, trying to find their first round win. And unfortunately for them, it's going pretty much how I predicted it. They're just doesn't seem like their minds are in the game, you know?
Here, I'm right. I'm sorry, I'm writing this down. 1v2. This is round 3, right? I'm taking notes. I'm like a scientist.
If you guys could see Maven's handwriting, it is the worst thing I've ever seen.
When I write slow, I'm a very pretty handwriter. When I write fast, it's like I have 2 fingers. I'm using some sort of broken pen. Pushing out, LG steamrolling. You said 6-2. This might very well be a 6-0. DT collapsing before our eyes right now. If Chino could have pulled off that 1v2.
Yeah, things would have been different.
Might have gave him a little bit of life here.
Yeah, would have given them at least 1 round. But could this be any more straightforward for Luminosity? I mean, they're just picking them apart.
Other than that one, I mean, these rounds have been real quick. All right, you watching John? I'll go watch Chino. He is going to be sniping yet again. So we'll probably have an engagement here early. There's going to be a nade coming right into John's mouth very shortly. No, missed.
Yeah, landed just short. But Spacely finds first blood on the Diabolic. Sender responds by taking down replays. John does have cold-blooded on, so I think both snipers do have that.
Yes.
Okay. But watch out on the flank. Killa put himself in a pretty good position. He's going to find 1 kill here near middle map as he takes down John. Looking for some more. It's down to a 3-on-2. Make it only 1. Saints does have heat wave to use. He puts shots into 1 over near the top, and he gets shut down from behind. That's going to be Killa with at least 2 in that round as DT find their first round.
I think he killed the player in front. If he popped that heat wave, he might have been able to kill both these guys and make this a 1v1.
Maybe.
Yeah, because I think he kills Sender here. Yeah, he obliterates Sender. That heat wave hits both of them. Might have given himself a chance.
It is a 1-on-3. You might save it for a more consistent situation.
Oh, he certainly did the smart thing.
They have a lot of rounds to play with here. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, he certainly did the smart thing. I just, yeah, you're up 4-0. Have a little fun. Live a little.
But Diabolic yet to get a kill.
Oh, yeah, he needs to get on the board because he's
and Chino puts
a strong
the sniper
S&D
away.
player, too. John still has it out on defense. I'll keep an eye on John. John. Ooh.
I almost switched it at the nick of time.
Oh, John just missed a player
Killa
there crossing.
kills Diabolic. He's 0-5 right now.
Okay.
And now Chino's like, well, this is my life right now, 1v4.
I would love to hear the team comms for DT right now.
That'd be fun to listen to.
Yeah, nothing he can do there, as John will take him down. 1 round away, LG from taking a 2-0 advantage in this series. Remember, coming up next after this, Optic versus Complexity. Optic confirmed control of their #1 spot, but Complexity certainly at risk of completely just taking a nosedive in the rankings.
Yeah. They
They could go from.
They're safe.
I swear they were in third at one point. They could
They were
fall
certainly up there.
from like third to eighth, fourth to eighth. I mean that would be ridiculous.
Overdrive available here for John, but he's got the sniper rifle. Spacely, he's going to get into an engagement here at bunker, and he just walks. Okay.
Oh, you like the patience from Chino there.
I
with the way
thought
this
Chino,
game
I
has
was
been
like,
going.
there's no way Chino didn't spot him there. But first blood goes to DT.
Maybe you try for an over no scope here. Just boost it. Try to hit a no scope. That's what I would do.
Well, that is why you're not a professional player.
It's probably true. Probably true. Saints picks up a 2-piece. Can he make it 3?
He might use his heat wave just to secure it.
There it is. Yep. Gets one more.
I'm so smart.
Saints looking to close out with an ace potentially here. Chino now by himself.
Yeah, these guys, they're going to group up. They're going to try to fight the 1v2. The bomb has been dropped, of course. So that should be their first order of business.
Let's watch Saints. He's on a 5 streak. He's 11-2, man. So he had what a... Did he get the 1v3? Now this would be an ace to close?
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so they should be...
Oh, no, sorry. He closed out the 2v1 and almost did a 1v3.
Chino checks B, and he should be immediately... He's using a
Suppressor?
VMP silence.
Yeah, I just saw that. Well,
That is why you don't use a silencer.
may have been a kill. Pulls out the M8. Saints closes it out with an ace, 12-3, I think it was, in this one.
That was rough.
You said 6-2. It was close. 6-1 is this one. LG wins a... I mean, honestly, that was probably
Pretty
a 5-6 minute S&D.
Yeah,
very
for
quick.
Luminosity.
Took care of them there. Now, DT is a team that likes uplink. I know it's one of Chino's favorite game modes, but...
This is a team that recently beat Elevate in an uplink.
Yeah.
But, as you're saying, they're in a rough spot here. They're down 0-2 against a pretty good Luminosity squad. This is a DT team who's now... They're out of the top 8 for sure. They're going to be playing in relegation. We just don't think their minds are fully into this match right now.
Yeah, it's hard to do. You know, you found out last night, really, that you don't have a chance now to make it into the top 8. You're just playing spoilers at this point. It's really just a pride thing. Show up, put forward your best performance, and they hang tight in the game 1. It was a 250 to 200, pretty close hard point. Had some issues for Killa, but now he's back in the S&D. Not a close one, but we'll see how the uplink goes. We'll take a look here shortly at the scoreboard, as this was really just a big match for Saints. I mean, he crushed in this one. He ended up going 12-2, sorry, with 2 plants.
Diabolic finishes without a kill. Not even a point. 006.
Who was 006 and 007? Wasn't it Sean Penn? Or not Sean Penn, Sean Bean.
You're asking me.
Sean Bean? No. Come on, man. Boromir from Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, I don't know actors.
You know, Sean, am I even saying the name? It better be Sean Bean, or I'm embarrassing myself in the nerd world.
Ooh,
right
that
now.
was the Chino snipe battle.
Oh yeah, that was disgusting.
What?
That was disgusting because that's with cold-blooded on. Like
Yeah.
I didn't even see him on the screen.
Your eyesight is pretty poor in general, so I'm surprised you didn't see the gameplay.
That's true. And then that was a rough one to watch there. Ran out of the bullets. Saints able to respond. This is Saints closing things out with the ace there. God, I mean, are we here? Do I need to switch sides?
No, you're good.
I'm good? Okay. So next up, fringe uplink between these two squads. You gotta think LG's closing out here. I mean, it's been a night of 3-0s. 3-0 game 1, 3-0 game 2.
Possibly 3-0 here.
And possibly an Optic Complexity. With the way Complexity's been playing, how on form Optic's been, really all stage. It could be we might only have 12 maps tonight.
Be a very quick night. I know when we got done with our second match, it was only like 5 o'clock here.
Well, last time you and I casted together was that really late night. We finished at like 10:30. It was we had like 2 or 3 game 5s.
Yeah.
Not the case during this one. So far, it has just been, I was going to say top teams have started their dominance, but you did have CLG able to get the upset in the first series. So it's been kind of a mix up tonight, and you had the upset for TK as well. And then some teams that should win, really just controlling their own destinies, getting the big victories they need. So it's been really a bit of both throughout the course of the night on both streams for this.
Yeah.
Hopefully players will be starting in just a second. I think everybody's set up on the right team.
Just waiting for John to switch over.
Should be ready to kick
Right
in.
now he's on the auto-assigned team. Once he makes it to Black Ops, we get this one started.
Yeah, then we'll be ready to go. But prediction here, French.
I think LG closed it out.
LG closed it out. Scoreline.
13-2.
13-2? Okay. And I think John is now good. So we should be starting in a moment. And
there we go.
Between Complexity, I should have printed out. I wanted to print out the schedule for next week too, so we can really kind of break things down here. But I just have this week's in front of me. just so we can, when we're filling time, to talk a little bit.
Coley took our printer.
He did steal our printer. Unacceptable, Coley.
Anyways, we're moving into the Band and Protects for Game 3 between Luminosity and Dream Team. Right away, you see the Shiva and Kinetic Armor get banned out. Replays went after the Shiva, kill it after Kinetic Armor. There goes High Caliber, there goes Overdrive. Expect to see Rapid Fire, maybe even some Tacticals to follow this up.
Yeah, pretty standard thus far. We'll see if Camo comes off as well. We could see 3 weapons in this one if that's the case. Like you said, still. All right, so I'm going to guess Flash, Stun, Camo.
Camo has to go, I think. That's becoming more and more of a staple ban.
Or Overclock. Overclock's still in.
Overclock as well. That is something you want to get rid of. But
Overclock Camo. Overclock Camo would be obnoxious to deal with.
Concussion's still in. There's Overclock. What is Diabolical?
So Camo or Concussion. If it's something that's not those two, then I'm just mind blown. Okay. I am a little bit mind blown. So Camo.
So now
Camo
you have
and
to
Stuns make it in.
Yeah, you have to decide between Tac Mask and Blast Suppressor. Honestly, in Uplink, are you really even worried about? I mean, sure, Blast Suppressor is nice to run, but
not that much. It's interesting though. So I thought it was DT that banned the flashbang for some reason. It must have been LG. Otherwise, that makes no sense.
Yeah,
it had to have been LG.
Certainly an interesting ban, though. It's something that is going to affect the game for sure. Players, they have to make a safety Tac Mask class just in case. But honestly, I really expect to see most of the guys here. They're probably going to run Tac Mask off the break. And then once you realize that, okay, my concussions aren't working, they put them away, and then you switch over to Blast Suppressor.
Yeah, that's probably what we'll see. And yeah, it should be Heatwave, Camo, Tempest, Scythe for both sides, unless you see Annihilator out of Spacely. But it should be one of those two to round things out here, and he's going to go Annihilator. So everything in the books now with Band Protect and the Specialist Draft. Just wait these guys to get their classes ready. We will hop right into Game 3. LG, I agree with you. I think they're going to close things out here, getting closer and closer to cementing their spot here in the top 8. And that would be incredible for them. Luminosity, first-time org here in Call of Duty. Awesome to have them be a part of this. And it's just the other new orgs, TSM, CLG, trying to fight in, make sure they get a spot. Who all do we have that's new this year? So we have, I'm trying to think, Luminosity, TSM, CLG. Is that the three? That is the 3
that are in the league. Yes,
those are the 3 new guys. So LG. Should LG
H2K? Did you say
H2K? No, I did not. How funny is that? So it's all the new orgs pretty much that are battling right now. It's TSM, Luminosity, H2K.
It makes sense if you think about it. They're kind of late coming into the scene, or the other orgs have been around. They've established themselves, established some level of trust between them and the players.
It's just I didn't really think about the fact that it's the new orgs that have come in. Big orgs and a lot of different esports coming into Call of Duty, trying to build the best team they can. And yeah, they're just trying to fight here, get to stage 1. But that's crazy to think about. It's all those guys kind of going up against each other here.
Yeah, also some of the other ones that aren't in the league, you also have Liquid and Cloud9, kind of on the outside looking in. Definitely 2 orgs that we expect to make it through in stage 2.
Yeah, and Liquid and Cloud9, I mean, the way they've been performing, I mean, you saw what Liquid did on LAN, and Cloud9 recently, Eclipse, has been doing really, really well in the online 25Ks. Either of those 2 teams, I think, could come right into stage 1 and compete. Now, am I saying they would necessarily be in the top 6 or something? No. But
possibly Liquid.
They'd easily be on these bubbles. Liquid, I think, the one that certainly, I mean, if you looked at Liquid, if you threw them in the league from day 1, they could, of the top teams, they could have placed better than maybe Elevate.
Yeah, that's exactly
Complexity,
what I was thinking.
I don't know if I go further than that. I think it'd be a stretch kind of if I started bringing in like Rise, Envy, FaZe, Optic. But yeah, they certainly could make it into the top 6.
I mean, listen, Liquid took out FaZe back in the last land we had. So
That's true. But I want to see them be consistent week in and week out. And that's what I'm hoping we're going to get in stage 2 as they try to qualify here. Now, Fringe Uplink, going to be the map. Going to be the mode. Can DT push this series any further, or LG be able to close this one out? Who do you want to kick things off with, Revan?
I want to start with Saints. He had a really, really good game 2. All right, game 1 and the hard point, but I'm going to be looking for him to lead the way for Luminosity to close this one out 3-0.
Yeah, we talked about him. Usually there's a point at which he erupts. When will that happen this game? Now, everyone's trying to buy for drone control. You already see concussions being annoying, and he does not have Tac Mask. Didn't matter, though, as he was just out of that range, so he wasn't stunned up enough that he wasn't able to finish that kill.
Yeah, looking for this player peeking him and kill. Solid VMP shots from him. Now looking at somebody like John, he also is not using Tac Mask, but it's going to be LG. They find 2 kills on DT. They toss the drone forward because they know John will be pushing out this lane. And
He's
it's going to be a 1-point score at least.
It might be. No, he's got no help, so it shouldn't be. You're right.
Oh, was that out? It's going to be intercepted maybe by Killa? I thought it was a little too left.
Higher left, yeah. Okay, Killa getting the drone. Getting his melee on there. Sender coming in as well.
Diabolic.
I believe just lost Diabolic, so with the game started, he may have to try and get back into this one. At least typically, I know that's the ruling, depending on what kind of issue it is.
Good toss.
Yeah, he's got one player over here. If he
So
can win a
something
gunfight.
I'm waiting for teams to start experimenting with is using the drone as bait. You know, like, let's say you'd run the drone like through back alley and then you just wait. And then you toss it over the wall like that while your teammates, they use that time you were using to draw the other team out of position to set up on the other side of the map.
Well, that's sort of like, I think we're talking, you know, soccer or something. You hold it on one side of the field, you use that kind of cross pass. Once you suck everybody in, you put it across. Similar thing you can do in uplink. I guess whatever's going on with Diabolic, and Diabolic just connected as we hopped out of the game.
Well, at least DT, they'll be able to start the game on even footing now.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Not sure what the issue was. I thought we were just going to wait for him to get back in here, but should be ready to start this one up very quickly. I know we've had a very smooth night up until this point. It's 3-0, 3-0, and now I believe it's going to be the same. Just taking a little bit longer to get there.
Yeah. Of course, you know, there's always going to be something, some wrench in the gears that's going to slow us down. But we're powering through it, and we thank all of you for joining us throughout the night.
Yeah, sounds like it was just something with a client issue for him, so that's why we're going to be having the restart here. And he should be able to get right back into it. Probably just restarting his PS4, restarting his game. We should be ready to go.
Well, yeah, he was connecting.
Yeah, that's why I saw how quickly he got back in. That's why I figured it wasn't anything major. But as soon as we get the lobby back, we'll be able to hop right into the game. No one was on the board yet. Nothing really to talk about from. I mean, you saw a missed 1-point throw from LG.
That missed.
Those can end up biting you if that happens a couple times. So we'll see if maybe you got a freebie there if you're LG. You want to put through the rest of your 1-point tosses. But just taking a look at everyone's back in. We should just be starting.
Yeah, should just be doing a specialist draft just to do it for the sake of doing it, and then we could hop right into the game.
Now, do you think, you know, this restart, it's DT, they're icing them. Are they somehow going to miraculously win this Game 3 and extend the series?
No, they're not.
DT's going to win both. They're going to push this to a Game 5. And everyone...
And then they're going to lose in the Game 5 because
all the teams are going to be losing their mind. All the fans of like your TK, CLG, TSMs are going to be losing their mind. But then DT will be DT, and they will lose in Game 5. So we'll extend it an hour, but we'll still get the same result, which is... that's kind of what DT likes to do.
Somehow they always find a way to lose Game 5s. I think Courage and I, that we made like a list together. Ways DT have yet to lose a Game 5.
Oh, I'll still never forget that.
We think drowning.
That Chino play was like almost one of the most crazy plays.
I was in tears.
Yeah, you guys were losing your minds during that one. All right, we're already back into the game, so that was very, very quick here. We'll be able to start off, and we're going to be going on with Diabolic now.
He's got stuns, no Tac Mask himself. But he's going to be pushing right through. Semtex to follow along with a stun. Let's tag up this one player a bit, and DT, much better start for them. 2 go down for Luminosity. Spacely answers back. Diabolic here trying to trade a kill, but he runs out of ammo. Forced back. He spots the gun through the fence. He knows this player's still around the area while his teammate Cinder picks up the drone, but it's going to be replays from Luminosity, fighting for control, and very similar situation. They toss it forward for yards. Let's-Go's going to try to backtrack. He's got his teammate Cinder to work with as they push out rails. Yep,
they're trying to play defense here, and you know, you got to think about the fact DT should still view this like. The reason they've still been, you know,
practice.
They've still been trying. They've still been trying to get a victory here, even though they're eliminated from top 8 for Stage 1 finals. Exactly. When else are you going to get a lot of top scrims against top teams? What's better? View it like that. View this as a scrim, basically, as your DT, right? Try to get a victory, work on some maybe things you haven't tried out before as you look forward to relegation. But that's kind of how you have to view it right now. And it seems like that's what they're doing. They've got a 1-0 lead in the opening 60 seconds.
Yeah, good start for Dream Team. Now it's all going to be about reestablishing map control. You got Cinder here, post up near the middle white truck. He's throwing out some concussions. He's finding some kills as well. But you see through the X-ray vision that Luminosity, they got some position to contest here, so things are going to slow down quite a bit as both teams just fighting for control of the map.
I could not agree more here, and we're just watching Sender try to control L.
3 down for LG.
Chino picks up a couple, and this might be more points on the board for DT if they can finish a few. Saints was the one player left to try and stop it. They're going to be spawning, kind of between their spawn and back alley here. Decent for them to deal with, but the pass, you'll see the player gets obliterated. Rise the toss goes forward. Just take the 1-point toss when you can, and all of a sudden that pressure just got dissolved. There's still 2 players trying to fly in around Barn, but they were able to reset the drone.
I feel like there's no reason to pass right there. You want your teammate who's pushed up and controlling
to be shooting
there.
his gun.
Yeah, you want to have him in those gunfights, but it looks like they should be able to.
That's off to the right. That's off. Oh,
that was close.
I thought that one was
Chino's
missing.
going off, by the way. He's on a 7 spree, has the HCXD, 12-2. Starting to take over this game.
Chino loves uplink, man.
But he's running out of ammo.
Absolutely loves it. He switches to the VMP. Would have liked that,
toss.
the M8 in that one, but he provided enough distraction. They got another 1-pointer through.
All right, LG, they need to find a way to stabilize here, pick up their slang, and contest the likes of Chino, as now it's going to be Killa that LG have to worry about in their base. He's behind enemy lines. You see Saints looking to touch that neutral drone, but LG, they really need to slay and establish their control before they can think about scoring.
Yeah, and you got a slow start here from Saints again. He hasn't really erupted. I mean, I know he had a nice S&D, but he started slow in the hard point before he came alive. He started slow in this one as well. You need him to be the leading slayer for LG in a game like Uplink on French. He's got to start going a little bit bigger, but I trust that he will. At some point here, you saw John being taken off a nice position there at White Truck. No one really able to get control of the drone, and now you'll see it's going to be DT. DT should be able to get forward, might be able to get another 1-point toss off. And so far, this has been a very clean half for DT.
They can get a dunk with camo. Killa pops camo here. He's just going to be looking to waltz over towards the portal. Yeah, they don't spot him. He settles for the 1-point toss in the end, but still more points that DT are putting up. Just trying to force that CTF, which will be evac. We've yet to see a CTF tonight, so that'd certainly be great.
Yeah, eventually. Maybe we'll see one this evening. 2 down for DT right now. LG would like to just get, I don't know, a point or 2 on the board at least before we go to half. And yeah, that perk 3 greed ban and also the leaving the concussion in is leaving a lot of players here using blast suppressor.
Oh, heat wave popped a little late there from Saints, but it's going to be replay setting for the 1-point toss. And he sinks it. A good shot from replays allow LG to put their first point up in this game, but it's going to be DT answering back with a couple of kills. Saints near the neutral drone, he's like, okay, do I really want to pick this up? I need to help my team slay. Instead, it's going to be replays going for the same 1-point toss. This time around, he sinks it again, so this is exactly what I say. If you could get a consistent toss from that position on the map, you just put so many points on board, and that's all 4 down for DT. This could be the moment that Luminosity take the lead in the game.
Do you want to know what stands out for me? What did I say about Saints? He was
4-3 right now.
He was 3-9. 3-9, and that was with what, 2 minutes? He dropped 9 kills in like 90 seconds. And that's a big reason why it's a tie game all of a sudden.
Yeah, John,
that's
with
wild.
camo, they still have the tools available to them if they want to get more points before the second half. But it looks like both teams just trading kills. Here comes Spacey around the back, looking to stop this push from DT. They need one player to get past. It's going to be Killa setting up for the 1-point toss as he's trying to get the lead for the team, and it's too high.
Oh my! At first I thought it was going to be an interception. Then it ends up being a miss. We are all tied up, and that's tough because you had basically, what, 3.5 minutes of good control? Well, 3 minutes of good control from DT. It's 4-0. You're feeling good. And then you slip up a bit, and what really Saints just, I've said it many times, but at some point he erupts. He always does. He goes on these big sprees. He had 2 back-to-back 4-kill sprees, I think is what it was. And they turn it around just quickly there as they got the spawn trap set up.
Yeah, impressive stuff from Saints closing out that half. Looking through these players, you got the Annihilator, no Scythe, you got Camo, HC. Annihilator will be brought out. I'm going to switch back over to Spacely. He's the person with this. Let's see what he can get done with it.
He's pushing down track, just wants to find someone. He should find a player. All he sees is the head, and he misses. The easy ones are sometimes the hardest. Please connect. Finally takes off his boot as he's able to get the kill. One more up top. Able to flick on that player as well. He's picked up 2. Drone now starting to push forward, but that player dropped. They've got it inside a wood. Spacely, the guy that opened with 2 kills, now the only one alive.
Yeah, I mean, you get 2 kills off the back of the Annihilator, but nobody follows it up. And DT, they're able to stabilize. They still have their specialists to work with. That's 3 down for Luminosity as the Tempest gets brought out by Sender. Diabolic now moving this drone forward. Sender finds the final defender. There's going to be a dunk for DT, the exact way they wanted to start this second side off as they retake the lead.
Yeah, perfect opening to the second half here, and Chino still trying to bring it forward.
Oh, no, what was that?
I saw John drive his HC
What was
in the
that?
barn.
That's a... Write that down.
I want to write it down, but we didn't even see it. Like, what?
Oh, well, I'll record it in theater.
We're going to have to record that. What did John do?
He killed 2 of his teammates and 1 enemy with an HCXD.
Oh, no. And that led to, well, it didn't lead to
anything,
points somehow. I still want to go back and watch that for sure.
As now it's going to be the Scythe brought out from replays. They desperately need these defensive kills. Get some help from Spacey there. As they're trying to slow DT down, they're trying to reestablish control of the map so that they can convert it into some scores. There's 1 player hiding in Little Room. Looks like they haven't yet to spot this player, and a big play can be made here from behind. It's going to be Diabolic finds one, now pushing forward. It looks like that's going to be 3 down for Luminosity. The last player alive is going to be John. He needs to make these kills happen.
You want to hear something funny?
What's up?
Guess what was on my second monitor over here? John.
Yeah? With the HC kills?
Sir, handling the replay machine, please look up John's HC car. I want to see that failure as he was driving that around. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure we got it on my screen.
Oh.
I want to see what happened there.
Yeah, for the highlights, we'll definitely take another look. But back into the action, it's going to be Luminosity. They have a good push set up. They got a couple players from DT coming off of respawn, but when you talk about getting those multiple waves of kills, it's just not happening here.
There's no way he buries that. That was so awkward.
No,
yeah. That's a tough shot to hit. It ends up in the back. It's going to end up getting reset, but you still have pretty good pressure. Who's that player pushing through bricks, though? He's the one that might be able to disrupt. But Chino on top bar and getting it done as well. Saints pushing forward now. Needs to pick up a couple kills. No one has drone in hand. Should be flanking one. There's 1 kill. Nice headshot there from Saints. Makes it. No, does not make it 2. Sender shut it down.
LG, they need to start chaining the kills together. I mean, Replay's having a very slow game. He's 12 and 21. I guess that might be counteracted by Dialbox, 11 and 18. But Luminosity, they need to step up their slaying overall. When it comes to you establish control over near DT side of the map, they shut down the site from Chino. This is a good opportunity for them. They need a score here.
Yeah, I've got a couple coming off spawn. John picks up another. They should be able to at least get 1 point. Oh, yeah, this is a dunk. This is a dunk. He's got his camo. He should be in range. Oh, God, it's going to run out. No, he's got it. Okay, dunk through. Tie ball game. You picked up 1 more. They're spawning at bridge and back alley. Nice job by really the entire side there clearing out their base. Yeah, Spacely, he was the only one alive. So he's just going to waste some time, wait for his teammates to come up, make sure they
This is exactly what he could hang out here. And then once he starts getting pressure from DT, if he tosses it over the middle wall and just have his teammates set up over there, it could work out. But instead, they're going to decide to push through the back alley. He's going for the long toss. Did he get it off? Oh, it bounced off the map.
He did, but yes, the bounce not going to be favorable. John picked up a few, but now with 2 down, they're going to be pushing forward. That pass not working at all.
What?
Connect on the pass. What's the opposite of Steve Nash? Because that's what I just saw.
Yeah, they wind up trying to toss it forward for yards, and this might work out for Luminosity.
And that one hits the corner. This is the sloppiest passing I've ever seen.
Just that whole series of passing, you really can't get much worse than that. Just nothing going right. Oh, and John, somehow he has the confidence calling another HC after that other mishap, but he gets another kill off the back of that. 2 players line up here for DT. Fortunately, they will pick up the kill on the jump, but 40 seconds remaining. Currently still a tied game. Anybody's game at this point. Both these teams can walk away with the win here.
Who's going to clutch? Cinder is getting pushed. He's got to pick up 1. The hip fire connects. Can he pick up more? Diabolic coming in. They're trying to get forward. Tempest out. 3 down. Saints by himself. Saints obliterated. That's going to be points. They just have to hold on here. He got killed. The Tempest still coming in. Someone going to dunk it.
Oh, my God.
Finally, they get it. Unbelievable stuff. DT puts it through. They're going to potentially push this to a game 4. Is there any life left? Is there anything they can do? They have enough time. No time for the
Hellstorm missile just to seal the deal, but that was very close at the end. Killa runs out of thruster as he's going in for the dunk.
Imagine if he ran out there, he gets killed, and somehow they get forward and get a 1-point throw and win.
That you go into full tilt mode after that.
Oh, yeah. No, that's career-ending stuff there if that happens. But they ultimately get it through, and they're able to take it, push it to a CTF. So we won't have all 3-0s tonight. DT, the first team to take a map against the opposition here. I know CLG got the upset, but they're the first one to push this to a CTF. Now it's going to be evac. I think that's a scary one for DT just because you've got some real strong sub players on the side of, well, I guess CTF turns into a little bit more of an AR game when you're talking CTF.
Yeah, I think this is okay for DT.
Hardpoint, I'd be a little more scared on this map, I guess.
It's okay because, you know, this is a team where you could rely on Chino, you could rely on Sender to back up on your flag and play that base defense. A lot of different routes you could take to get behind enemy lines, and for that reason, I expect to see maybe Afterburner get targeted here, but I think this is all right for DT. Maybe they could force the game 5 now.
Dude, if they force this game 5 and then lose,
they'll be 1-8 in game 5s.
Because there's so many people that have to be cheering for DT right now to try and get this upset. And there it is. Killa, the guys come up big. Let's take a look at the stats. Sender going massive, 31 and
especially
19.
with the Tempest at the end.
Yeah, the Tempest because he killed Saints, the last guy alive. And then the person that might have been able to grab it and toss it out, he picks off as well. So excellent, excellent stuff from Sender to close that out. That was a last-second dunk for the side.
Oh, I can't wait to watch that HCXD. I hope we got it.
Yeah, let's see if we did. I think it might have been on John.
Don't play with my emotions like this, Maven.
I just want to know what happened.
What happened is he called him the HC and killed 2 of his teammates. That's what happened. As we're taking a look at some of these other highlights. I'm just waiting for that moment to come up.
Yeah, I'm keeping my eye there. I'm trying to like change teams and get stuff ready, but I'm very, very curious. Every time I see an HC car, I get excited. So we don't even know which one. You might not have been aware of which one it was. Is this the end of the? No, this is the first side. It was in the second side, right?
I believe so. Yeah. This is him earning one of the HCs. This could be the HCXD of Doom. This is Spacey with the Annihilator. I think it happened.
Here it is. Here it is. So here's John.
Oh.
So he just hopped out the window. And where were the players he killed? Was everyone their second
Might have been
story?
on the grandma's roof.
Oh no. We'll have to
that
get.
was funny right there.
Yeah, I want to look at that one a little bit. We can get different angles on it and see where it flew out. I was hoping we might be able to see who he hit, but that was such a. In front of him, you saw like nothing. It was just like, oh, I'm soaring out of grandma's window. Everyone in the game dies. Interesting.
Yeah, unfortunate situation for Luminosity, but they were really playing from behind that entire game long. At no point in time did they have a lead. I thought they were going to get the lead when it was tied 4-4. They had the spawn trap going on DT, but as DT overextended, they were able to retake control. So obviously LG weren't able to take the lead after that, but good stuff from DT. They do force the game 4. Let's see if they could force game 5 now.
Well, now again, it's about LG trying to get into the Stage 1 finals. April 1st through 3rd, right around the corner here in Burbank, California. If you live in Cali, heck, if you just want to travel out from anywhere, really, pick it out. You can buy tickets online. Come join us here for the event. It's going to be a lot of fun. Cannot wait. $250,000 on the line for the top 8 North American teams, and it's just around the corner. Now back to this series, just waiting on the guys to get started up.
Waiting on Killa to switch.
Yeah.
No, Saints, sorry.
Thank you guys for being so patient. I know we've had a few delays here throughout the course of this series, but sometimes stuff out of our control happens, but we should be good to go here shortly. I can't tell if this series has dragged on because of some issues, or if it's actually just the fact that the first 2 series were so fast tonight because they were such quick 3-0s. That's like, oh, man.
We were so far ahead of schedule that the COD gods were like, okay.
Yeah, right?
We need to slow these guys down. They're moving a little too quickly.
Slow it down. That's exactly what it was. But for this one, EVAC, CTF, who are your key players? Pick one from either side for me. Why are they going to make a big impact here on this one?
I think I always go for Spacely on Luminosity. I think he's always just such a sneaky player, a smart CTF guy as well. And on the side for DT, I'm going to be looking at Chino.
All right. Shiva. First thing coming off the board here. Seen that get attacked pretty early a couple times by LG. They do not feel like we're dealing with that high-powered rifle. So far, pretty standard stuff.
There's high caliber.
Yep.
Maybe camo as well could get banned out here.
Camo, I mean, we still have overdrive, which will certainly come up. Overdrive, overclock, probably. There's overclock. Overdrive, camo, kinetic all have potential to be attacked as well. We've seen that some of these guys are willing to let the stun stay in. Now you see Flashbang come out. Last time this was done, remember.
There's overdrive.
But who banned it this time? Yeah, it was still LG. Last time they end up banning. Okay, they both come off, so it's not going to matter. Perk 3 greed's not going to come into play here at all.
Camo's still in?
Camo, kinetic, probably, yeah.
What's more, I think camo might be a little more useful.
I think it is too, but we've seen both be attacked.
Yeah, both can certainly make important plays happen. I think that's what DT are discussing now. going to be Afterburner. Okay.
Interesting.
That's a
Okay.
good choice. So Camo makes it through. The only specialist ability that doesn't is Overdrive, really as expected.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of how it was at first for CTF and Uplink. Overdrive was the only one that was really hit, but then people started to realize how valuable kinetic armor and active camo could be here. So you'll see kinetic armor Heatwave coming out. Should see a camo and one weapon probably for either side here. Likely a Scythe for each team, and probably those three. So Cinder should be finishing things up with kinetic. And on the other side, Spacely with active camo.
Spacey is the exact player you want on this Luminosity team to pick up active camo.
Yeah, could not agree more.
Center should round things out with kinetic. Yes, he does. So that's good to see. You know, when kinetic's armor in, you wanna pick it up. It's a pretty good ability.
One of the best for sure. Now players editing their classes before we hop into Game 4. LG looking to close things out here on CTF with a 3-1 victory.
Yeah, they're looking okay so far. I'm sure they've had their ups and downs so far this entire series. Really, the Search and Destroy was like the only very one-sided game of the series. They struggled a little bit in the beginnings of that hard point, but they're able to run away with it after the second rotations of hard point. So they're looking to close it out here, as you were saying, and I'm sure every other fan, like as you were saying, the TK fans are watching, the H2K ones, they're like, please, DT. I don't know if they're cheering for a Game 5 because DT are probably going to lose the Game 5, but they want them to make it as close as possible, especially for that win percentage case.
Well, we asked earlier for you guys to ask us some questions today on Twitter. It's a little bit different. Usually it's us asking you questions, want to hear your feedback, but heard it's Chris on Twitter asked, what is a favorite thing about commentating? Sup, Chris? My favorite thing about commentating, I'm going to be honest, guys. None of you knew me in high school or when I was younger, but ever since I was a kid, I was a pain in the ass. I was always very high energy, the class clown, always been a maniac.
Would have never have guessed.
Yeah, I've always just been nuts. And I really like the entertainment side of it. I like being on camera. I like having fun with you guys. I like the high energy games. I enjoy it all, really.
You want to know my favorite part about commentating?
Sit next to me?
Yeah, spending time with my best friend Maven.
Oh, let's go, buddy. But no, for me, it's always been that, man. You'll see me sometimes. I've been at events and I'm like, tired. I didn't sleep well the night before. Sometimes I go to European events and like my body, you get a little messed up because the time change, and I'm like not sleeping while I'm exhausted. I'll be sleeping. It's like 3 minutes before a match I have to cast. I'll wake up as soon as the camera's on. It's like, I don't know, man. I love it. I get pumped up by it. It's a lot of fun.
No, I think my favorite part about commentating is being able to talk about the game just so in depth, explaining it to some of the new viewers out there, explaining some of the strategy, and just really diving in depth in Call of Duty. Being a former player, that's some of the stuff I just love to talk about.
That's why I love commentating with you. You have an insight that I don't think any of us really do, just due to your experience, and it's been fun, man. Revit, I enjoy casting with you. So
if you smelt a little better, I really enjoy you.
My answer was, I'm a class clown, a attention-seeking idiot, and yours was, I love the game and the fans. Yeah, okay. Can I change my answer?
No.
Can I go back in time real quick? My answer sucked.
Once it's on the internet, it cannot be deleted.
My answer was not good. I feel like yours was like the PR correct answer, and mine was just not. All right, players though loading in CTF.
Also, one thing that does make
Game
it through
4.
are the smoke grenades, and of course,
that combined
if there's
with camo
one
can be
player in
deadly.
this lobby that you could predict to be using smoke grenades, it'd be Killa.
Well, I guarantee him and Spacely have similar classes. Let me look at Killa.
Spacely, yeah. also
Camo
has
smoke, Spacely, yep. Not surprised at all. That makes a lot of sense here. The difference being Spacely's got flak to go with it. Killa's just running fast hands and blast suppressor, so Killa's not going to have any perk 1.
Yeah. That could be scary. I did see some nades on the side of Luminosity. Spacely was one of them. He still has his Semtex. Not sure if he's the only one. Okay, so he is. But still something that could hurt later on. This is going to be replays pushing forward over towards Vents. Has a line of sight on one player. Wow, just outguns Chino right there. That's going to be 2 down for DT. Make it 3 for a brief moment. Going to allow replays to push pretty far forward. Spots one player near the AC. Makes quick work of Killa. And he's got Saints right next to him to try to keep this push going.
Able to pick up one more. He's the only one really left to, but he's there to be annoying. He's allowing, look at his two teammates at the bottom, how much time they've had to get across the map. They're going to be in a position to really apply a lot of pressure here. Saints has done such a good job of taking control. One player, I guess, spawned out behind him there. Is he's eventually going to be taking out the 3 down now.
Smokes.
Flag out. They find the 4th. Tried
Okay.
to get out that Simtex right on him, but John not able to wrap around the corner. Everyone's still fighting to try and pick up a couple kills. They're going to take it bottom. Sender will be the man that I think can overextend. Saints will be the guy that's back to deal with this overextension.
This is going to be rough because he has an SMG.
Yeah, you much prefer
One player
to have
coming
an
around the
here.
outer wall run. He's getting pinched from both sides, and just like that, DT, they're surging forward, but the defensive kills coming in from John. Spacely, he's going to slow down for the time being, while Sender, he's going to try to run away with this flag. Chino doing some slang over near the Luminosity flag. As John, he's able to make his way behind 2 players. He's got some cover to work with. As Chino, he's going to get trapped in there. But Sender was able to run away.
Chino staying alive there and being such a nuisance is the reason Sender got uncontested all the way across the map. He did such a good job picking up a couple kills, just being annoying. Everyone had to focus on him because you couldn't leave Spacely all by himself here.
Okay, so this might favor DT because Spacely with the flag, he's got camo. So he can't push up and try to be sneaky. You need Kill to start earning his way towards camo and then make a clutch return, maybe wall running as you activate camo. A lot of different ways you could utilize that. Sender, he's so alone here, so he needs to back up and regroup with his teammates. But he's getting pushed. Oh, lucky hip fire there as he takes down Replay's kill up, follows up with the kill on to John.
Everyone's still playing it safe kind of for the side of DT. Now they're starting to expand a little bit. They got those 2 kills. They want to attempt to push forward. Kill is getting close to that camo. If he could pick up 1 kill or so, might give himself a chance, but he isn't checked the correct corner. Saints waiting there patiently. Good positioning from him.
He could jump out and heat wave. He's going to spot with the HC. He's going to see 2 players. He could heat wave here, and he's going to heat wave. Oh, he gets heat wave
counter heat wave. Oh, this should be a cap.
He gets the return. Sender puts it in. DT with the first flag on the board, and that makes a good case for going to game 5.
Oh, DT, why do you do this to my heart and my soul?
And here comes Killer. He's going to be pulling another frag. He's got camo. He's got camo now. He could just run away with this. On the other side of things, it's going to be Spacely. Looks like he used his camo getting this flag out, but he's getting pinched in. There's a player coming right behind him. It's going to be Sender. Sender trying to pick up the kill, but Spacely gets around the corner, saves with the kills, and now Killer is the last one alive. Now he does still have camo to work with, but there's a player right behind him. It's going to be Saints. He does get cleaned up by Diabolic, and I need to catch my breath.
Yeah, did you breathe there that entire time?
I did not.
That was impressive stuff. Great casting from Reba, but now the pinch is on here as 2 players from the side of LG collapsing on the flag carrier. Killa trying to stay alive. They might be able to tie this up. The teammates trying to cover him. He pokes out the perfect time, picks up 1, takes a few bullets, and who is that pushed up? It's Replays. Replays doing his best to apply pressure, but he's by himself. Should be cleaned up pretty shortly here.
Oh, Chino, he picks up 2 kills. No. That's going to be the return.
Oh, no, that's another score. That's another score. 2-0, DT.
And he's pulling another flag. Okay, he does die.
Oh, DT, why do you do this to me?
It's looking good that we might go to game 5, but
this is going to be a 3-hour series.
I'm not sure if that's a good thing for DT.
No, it's definitely not a good thing for DT. If they beat LG, though, I'm just trying to...
That'd be huge.
I didn't even think for 1 second they were going to beat LG today. So what is that even... That affects everything.
We got to go back to the standings, man, and just take a look at everything that's going to happen.
Well,
I mean...
Sender is going to have a flag out. He wants his teammates to pick up maybe a kill or 2. He says, no, screw it. I'm grabbing this flag. I guess he can't really wait.
This puts a timer on Luminosity. They need to make something happen.
Well, the fact there's only 30 seconds, too. He couldn't really spend much time. Those shots were all over the planet. Not able to pick up the kill. Chino, Diabolic playing good base defense. This should be going to the second half of the 2-0 lead for DT. But, you know, when you talk sometimes about kind of weaker and preferred sides on maps in CTF, who do you think's got the better advantage going into the second side? DT, do they have this pretty much locked up, or do you like the side LG is going to be transitioning over to?
I mean, it's okay because you have so many wall runs that you could come behind the defending players that it makes it a bit more manageable, but I don't really favor one side over the other. I think
some play a little more 50-50.
Yeah. I think this is pretty even for CTF.
Killa having a great performance here.
I guess now that I think about it, I think it might be a little tougher to defend Helipad because you just don't have a lot of cover to work with, whereas on the other side you got like that lower staircase from the vents, you got that back building, you have AC, a lot more positions you can work with.
I kind of agree with you. I think it's a little bit like what the preferred side is switches a little bit between uplink and CTF for me in this one. Just kind of due to the speed of the game and really the spawns too. But it's Diabolic trying to win a gunfight, 2 down quickly for DT. That should lead to some mid-map control coming across, but Chino able to answer back. Luminosity, well, they're still applying pressure. Spacely gets 1. There's 2 he's got to deal with here. Sender going to drop, and this could be a flag out, but look how close they're spawning.
Yeah, and
they're
Diabolic
spawning right on the flag.
Yeah, that's what happens in CTF. It takes multiple waves of kills to be able to safely get that flag out. Diabolic uses the heat wave there just to guarantee a kill and slow down the push from Luminosity.
I think Killa shot him in the back then, right after that.
But one thing working for LG is there aren't any major score streaks available for the guys on DT, just some specialist abilities and
No, it wasn't
there.
that wasn't a flashy 2-0 lead by any means. They grinded that one out. That was a hard 2 to get through. No one really going off in the sighting department from either side.
Spacely's about to earn his camo. I think he's waiting for that, and then they can make a play off camo, but he's going a little prematurely here. Yeah, I think you wanted to wait for camo in that situation.
Popped as soon as he died.
And then that's 3 down for LG. Gives DT some breathing room to push out on the map, and now they're just infinite positions that you need to check. It's going to be tough for LG to really push up here. But look, they got a lot of time to work with. They're really relying on DT to make some mistakes, I think.
I kind of feel like if Luminosity gets 1 on the board here before the 2-minute mark, this is either going to overtime or they're going to win the game. If they don't score by the 2-minute mark, they're losing.
So LG, you put him on a timer of 1:20
Yep,
here?
they need to get 1 on the board here in 1:20.
I mean, really, like, what better specialist would you want other than camo on the other side of the map? It's going to be Killa. He's able to sneak through behind enemy lines. He's pulling a flag out. He's got some support from his teammates on the complete other side of the map. Replays, pulls the flag, deploys his scythe.
Oh, no.
As now we're in a bit of a stalemate.
No. He needs help. He needs help immediately. I mean, the scythe is enough help, potentially. Yeah, there's one.
Oh, Chino, can you get the cross?
On the left.
Yes, you can.
Chino, can he get the return, though, is the question. Yes, he did. That had to have been so close. And if they get that out, though, they still might be able to score. That heat wave connected with a player or two. And now they're wrapping around. Who's watching the overextension? It's Cinder that's going to get forward. That player was replays, and he was not set up properly to deal with that.
Just might be a time to use kinetic. Yes, it is.
To get there. There's a kinetic. Almost fell. If he would have fell off the map there, that would have been a Maven's mishap for sure.
That would have summed up.
Dude, important. LG can just not get a flag through. They haven't had the overextension covered at all when they've gotten a pull. Each of their
smart.
pulls.
So smart from Diabolic. He gets the flag return. Sender should be good to put this one in, but wait, pushing through Kitchen. It's going to be John. He pops his own kinetic armor. He's trying to stop this flag from coming in. He finds one. Could he get the second? Desperately spraying shots with the Manowar. He picks up the flag. Trying to run this one towards middle, but the scythe gets deployed here by Chino. He's looking to make the defensive kills happen, gets the return. Sender, he can't put the flag in, and it gets returned by Luminosity, but they're still down by 2 flags.
Yeah, well, 2-minute mark, we hit it. I don't know why I picked 2 minutes, but that's what I was worried about. They needed to get a score here. Luminosity has had their chances. They just haven't done a good job protecting their own base when they're trying to push back. DT trying to hold on, trying to push a game 5. Not a lot of time to work with. Spacely still in an annoying position here, but eventually the HC is going to come in and take him out. And let me circle. I'm going to go through the players here. Oh, God, it's a one-on-one right now.
Yeah, Saints pushing forward, but DT, they're got some decent spawns to work with. Diabolic's going to meet up with Saints. Saints does win that engagement, but he needs to go for the flagpole here. He does find 2 kills. He has no help from his teammates, as you see DT.
Well, Spacely's coming in. Spacely's coming in. He threw the smoke down. Unfortunately, at the same time, though, Saints is going to drop, and I think they saw him through the smoke. He still got it out. That smoke ends up being beautiful. Not the cleanest jump, but he's got it out. Now, can they defend their damn base for once? Killa is coming around the corner. They get the kill, so here's the 1 cap. 60 seconds left. Are they going to be able to score a second one here, potentially push this to overtime?
How close is he to camo? Ooh. That's still pretty far away. Chino falls off the map, though.
Oh, look where Replays is. Replays is coming from behind. Replays might be able to catch him in the back.
Diabolic is about to pull the flag away. He's going to get away with this. This puts another timer on LG. John does spot him.
Yeah, this is tough. This might be it. Because, look, Spacely is the only one even across mid-map.
Oh, no, he went the wrong way. You can't cut him off from there.
Nope, and he's dead.
He
should clean up both players. Chino
that
gets
is game.
1, but that's definitely game. That is game. DT's going to another game 5. They love game 5s even when they're out.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Are you kidding me? Our first 2 matches lasted a total of 2 hours. This match is about to be over 2 hours.
DT.
Thank you, COD Gods.
Can they do it? Can they win a game 5, Maven?
Oh, man, I wonder how much shorter this season would have been if DT wasn't in the league. The number of game 5s they've had. Insane stuff. 3-1 DT. I love this, though. I mean, the fact they're showing some pride, showing some heart, treating this, like practice for relegation.
Look, this might not be an important match for DT, but it's super important for Luminosity.
Super important for LG, and that's what impresses me so much about DT right now. The fact they're putting forward this effort, trying to get the win, trying to play spoiler, incredible stuff. Props to them. They're coming out, they're trying to battle. But Game 5 has been a little bit scary for this roster. Are they able to take it here, get the win, and, I mean, make things so much more interesting? Because it then becomes, it's instead of it being with a win here, they're kind of in, and it ends up being 3 teams battling for 1 spot. if they lose, it's still kind of 4 battling for 2, right? That's sort of the difference right now.
Especially because TSM, they lost today, and so did H2K. So,
but CLG getting the victory. The 2 teams, so that would have been, who won? CLG and TK. So actually the 2 teams at the low. So if you had those 4, those were the 2 at the bottom half that got the win, and the 2 at the top lost. So that's why we keep saying it's going to be more interesting, because it's just like condensing in the middle there for that
they're
group of
getting
teams.
closer and closer as the league or stage 1 is coming to an end. It's going to be crazy. We have 1 week left. That's 2 more matches for each team. But let's worry about this match for now, because we're saying what happens if DT wins. It's game 5, so let's be realistic here. There's a high possibility they do not win this match, but there's also a chance. You're saying there's a chance, there is one.
Well, let's take a look at the stats here for DT. I mean, really, look at, you had 3 returns for Chino, a couple for Diabolic, and everyone getting involved with the captures. We saw Chino with some big kills, really on the overextension, dealing with players. Multiple players came up clutch for DT as well. Just trying to see what stands out. Saints had a kind of a rough game too, 13 and 18, a guy that you expect to kind of lead your team in slang. The only one going positive on the side is John, but more importantly, I just thought DT did a better job of handling kind of the standoffs, the stalemates. And anytime you saw LG get a flag out first, I feel like there was a pull almost instantly coming from DT.
I mean, DT just forced that game to be played so frantically that LG at no point were they really able to stabilize and start to slow things down. But what really surprised me was that Spacely, he only finishes 11 and 11. 22 total interactions for him. That's a
Well, he plays
weird.
here, he sneak guy, trying to get the flag
he
out.
held the flag for just so long throughout that entire map that it's completely understandable, but it's pretty funny to see that some players are just able to get so few interactions in that game mode. But regardless, DT find a way to force the game 5, and now they need to find a way to win one.
And it's going to be Hunted S&D. So who do you give the edge here on Hunted? Does that map change anything for you as far as predictions go?
Not really. I think it's just game 5s in general for DT. I don't think they really worry about the map. But
you did say drowning.
I was about to bring that up.
I swear, if there's some sort of 1v1 and one of their player drowns, how long do you have to be in the water?
I don't know.
It's a while.
Look, he's drowning, right? He thrusts up, bumps his head on the bridge, goes unconscious, and falls down into the water.
Yeah, he somehow gets heat waved in the water, and they're just like, ends up drowning. Well, yeah, no, maybe it'll happen. But just waiting on everyone to get on the proper team here and should be ready to start Game 5. Thank you guys for being patient throughout this series, but it's all culminated in an epic Game 5 between these two teams. So much on the line for any roster really in the relegation zone or trying to get into that 8th or 7th spot. A lot on the line for either team. Who's going big for these teams? Is Killa going to lead the way for this DT side?
He did it for Optic Gaming against CLG that one time.
that one time.
That one time it happened.
And then for Luminosity, I don't know. You saw Saints had a pretty good performance. A lot of guys. I mean, it was a 6-1 in Game 2, so it wasn't very close.
Yeah.
They certainly crushed in the first S&D, but now
DT now have some tangible momentum behind them.
Back-to-back map wins. Yeah. I mean, that 2-0 lead that you saw for LG, it looks so insurmountable for DT. All of a sudden, doesn't look great, right? If it wasn't for the fact that DT had lost so many Game 5s, I'd be like, DT's taking this.
For sure.
That's how I would feel.
I just don't know, man. It's a Game 5. It's DT.
They're going to do it. They're going to break the mold.
I feel like
they're going to break the stereotype.
Listen, last time I was talking this much about a DT Game 5, it was the Chino play on Redwood. It was just a funny. It was actually against Luminosity, I think. I think it was against Luminosity.
It might have been against Luminosity. There's only 2 teams there's only 2 things I know in this league. One, Jack's going to say a few awful jokes every day, and 2, DT loses Game 5s.
Yeah, those have been the 2 constants and the 10-week-long league so far. But Bandit protects Game 5. Shiva, Thermal, Rapid Fire off the board. Expect to see High Caliber go. I think Overdrive is great on this map. I think Vision Pulse is great on this map. We'll see what these guys decide to ban at, though. It's going to be Overkill from Killa.
Okay.
So far, so standard.
Thermal coming off. I mean, that makes Smokes pretty effective at B tunnels, right?
Yes.
Able to make plays there. With Overclock out, you still have. I would consider getting Smokes out of here.
I would love for DT to ban Flak Jacket. I would love it. It's not going to happen.
I would like to see LG ban smokes.
That can have an impact on the game.
I
Definitely.
don't think they want to deal with smokes, and I think you're going to see DT a little more willing.
Well, there's high caliber. Chino's still with a chance.
Probably flash.
What about perk 3 greed ban again?
Flash, yeah, makes sense. Okay, so nothing. That's pretty standard.
Yeah.
As far as SND goes, we still may see some sniping on this one. You're gonna have the thermal out, but I think. Do you think Chino and Replays are willing to go with a standard scope or a Varric scope?
What about John?
Probably. Well, that's right, John. We've seen pull it out as well.
I think so.
There's just some snipers that you see like only use thermal. If thermal's not in, they don't end up sniping sometimes.
I think you bring it out for a round or two, depending on if you find success with it or not.
The fear of it, kind of.
Because it forces the other team to play differently, right? So if you're like holding down the B site with a sniper rifle and they jiggle peek and they see a sniper shot go past their head, they're not going to challenge that. And then next round, or next defensive round, you play it with like an M8 or something, and completely changes how they approach attacking that bomb site.
Completely agree with you. Saint's going to be the final choice here. Difference going to be...
They're not using kinetic?
Is it glitch versus kinetic? Yeah. It's LG again. LG,
why?
I don't understand. It's like there's someone on the team that just doesn't like kinetic.
¿Por qué?
The last 3 or 4 series I've casted with them, they just have not used kinetic, at least in one map when it's available.
Usually it's DT doing this, and I've seen them do it in Game 5.
I didn't realize DT really did that. I know I've seen LG do it several times, but...
I've seen DT do it multiple times, and they actually lost a Game 5 off the back of a kinetic armor because they didn't pick one.
And it was... Oh, wait. It was Spacely on this map that had that ridiculous clutch with the glitch, right?
Yeah.
When he glitched back and got the defuse?
Against Liquid.
That was insane.
That happened.
That was insane. Yeah, I remember watching that on Reddit. I was like, oh, my God. That play was nuts. Well, no wonder maybe he's wanting to use glitch. He has some experience on this map in S&D going big.
In terms of consistency and consistent use out of your specialist ability,
kinetic armor over
when
glitch.
You compare glitch to kinetic armor, it's just no question for me.
No, it's not even close.
Glitch is one of the most inconsistent specialists in the game. You don't really know what you're going to get from it. Sure, you get some flashy plays from time to time, but for the most part, it's not as good as kinetic armor.
I'd have the same conversation about overdrive, though. I mean, I would take kinetic over overdrive in S&D without even hesitating. I mean, maybe not.
I like overdrive on this map for one specific thing. That's the ledge slide into the waterfall on your offensive push. I think you get there a lot quicker
from top
than
mid, so you can fly over B.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you see that push even without overdrive. So with it, you get there. I wonder what are they basically just getting to that bomb site pretty much?
Yeah.
And you're going to hit it over? Yeah, I haven't seen people successfully hit it that often. The only problem is if the team's ready for it, because you can't follow it up or trade it out very easily. Yeah. It's very difficult to trade.
You need an AR player to like watching over you, like to get to your bridge pretty quickly.
Yeah, yeah. And if they get over to B, yeah, there's no one to trade at all. But we'll see. I've seen that lead. Actually, I think it was Zuma I saw the other day did that and was able to pick up a 2-piece.
Yeah.
Other times, you see it utterly failing. But players just editing score streaks now here before we go into Game 5. DT, LG. Hello, TK fans, CLG fans, TSM,
we know
H2K.
You're watching.
We know you're watching.
We know you're probably having a heart attack.
You're tweeting at DT, at Killa. Please.
Please, God.
Please just take
Don't
this.
choke another Game 5.
I wanted to look at Twitter and to see if there's people,
tweet out.
If there's people kind of just like gassing up the DT players from everybody else. I'm
going to tweet out. Oh, God. It's another Game 5 for DT. Can they do it? We're about to find out.
Okay. Who are we going on with? We're going to start with Replays here. Now, taking a look at his class, he's going to be running pretty standard M8. The Blast Suppressor and Dead Silence to go with it. He's going to be watching top middle off the rip. Both players going to be exchanging grenades across here. And it looks like you have a couple players kind of stacking down by A. Who's that down below A that might have to deal with some pressure here soon?
On the defensive side, it's going to be Chino.
Okay.
Replays did spot one player out in your middle map. It's going to be killing just like that. Kill's going in favor of Luminosity, but DT followed back up very quickly down to a 2-on-2.
And John was sniping. He did pick off one pretty early before being traded out. But now as they try to wrap back,
did he spot him?
God, I don't know if he spotted him or not. He had to have, just by where he's aiming. No, maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't.
However, smart on that DT player diabolic just to back up.
Yeah. I mean, I know he saw him, but I don't know if Saint saw him. And now they're going to wrap around the back.
Careful.
Well, they know they want to hit A. Are they going to wrap the whole way to B is the question. Did he see a player there?
They're going to wrap all the way to B. They knew Diabolic was around this position. This is a smart play to make. Usually, like I always say, it's usually Killa in the bush, but this time around it's Diabolic. But it's going to be Luminosity getting this bomb down at B. And DT, they're going to rotate pretty quickly considering the situation.
Replays. Oh, no. I don't think Replays saw either of them cross. I don't think he saw either. Saints is so dead. The timing there was awful. Replays tried to check the back spawn.
He has to check the bomb, too, and that's what they're baiting out here. Oh, he does find one. Takes out that bomb, pushes in, and Sender wins the one-on-one engagement. DT, they win the first round.
I was watching Replays, and he basically was responsible to kind of watch the top mid for them to cut off through Waterfall, and then also trying to watch the back there. If they pushed out of A. He went to check the back. The second and a half between him checking the back and looking back towards top middle, they had both crossed. So Saints had no idea. They both came soaring in, were able to take him out.
All right, so DT, they start off strong. I'm so nervous for DT right now because I know that they have those Game 5 demons like in the back of their mind at all time.
They're gonna overcome it. They're gonna do it right now. They're gonna win a Game 5 with us casting, and I'm gonna celebrate.
How are you gonna celebrate?
I don't know yet. Might go for Chipotle later and a nice bottle of wine. All right,
That's classy. You're a classy man.
No pressure towards B yet. KILLCAM kind of the lone man in that position. Who's top middle? It's Replays is top middle, playing a little bit of defense. I thought
he spot this player.
I think he saw Killa. But now the pressure is going to come towards
Sender
A.
spots too, by the way. EMP is out. Should tag them both up with that. Yes, so he knows there are two players back there. Some action going down inside the water. Chino with first blood. Sender trying to return fire.
Spacely's hunting.
It's going to be a late rotation to B for DT, and they're going to have free reign over this bomb site.
Oh.
Kill is here on the aggressive cut.
Oh, and Spacely choked to kill on Sender as well, and now Spacely's by himself. He's so worried about this player in Tiki, he should be taken out immediately. Yep, there
DT!
it is. He was hunting Sender down, man. He couldn't find him. I was watching that engagement down by the bridge.
Do you guys realize we're witnessing Call of Duty history right now? This is a monumental event in Call of Duty. If DT could win a Game 5?
Have they won any?
They won one.
They won one. Okay. So if this is the first one, then I'm really getting rowdy.
This is
I'm really
exciting.
Getting rowdy.
This is exciting.
I've already taken my shoes off.
Oh, that's what that smell is. Oh, God.
All right, who are we watching here on offense?
It's just John sniping. He is not. Do you have any snipers? Man of War, M8. So all four assault rifles for Luminosity
Imagine how devastating this loss is for Luminosity. So you get a 2-0 lead, man. Like an easy 2-0 lead.
Oh!
And there's first blood. Cinder has got the final 2 kills in the last 2 rounds, and now he gets the opening one. Spacely able to answer back the aggressive play coming through water for Diabolic. Not able to connect on the shots, though, but they still have one player playing defense by that B site. Spacely wants to slow
peek
peek
in a sneaky position.
Oh, God. I don't think he's going to check that corner. I don't think there's any chance he checks that corner.
Of the 3 players. Oh, he's got an HC out, and he's spotting all of this. Oh, and this is going to force everybody from Luminosity back. That's exactly what they were waiting for.
We're already at 45 seconds here. He's going to get forward. I would have stayed in that corner. I mean, if all 3 come,
no. Go back to ADT.
They should realize he pushed them all out.
Yeah, okay, so they still have position to work from there, and they're going to give up B as well. This might be a round-winning decision from DT. Sending everybody to rotate back. Replays with the SMG. He's going to get spotted up by Chino, and he gets dropped. That's the bomb as well. Space is there to pick up. There's a player right in front of him in the water.
That was Killa. Killa, so nice.
Oh, he goes in right next to him.
Corner. Killa, you sneaky little step.
And just like that, Chino finishes the kill on the Saints. 3 rounds played, 3 rounds won for DT. They're in a great position here. But if there's one thing we know about DT is they will find a way to lose this.
No, they're not. They're not. They've got this.
We'll see. There's a lot of search and destroy left to play. But this is certainly an exciting moment for all the newfound DT fans out there who are looking for them to cause the upset over Luminosity. And this is shaping up to be a scary push for DT. Look at all the utility they have. A frag grenade, another frag, and an EMP, 2 smokes, and a Semtex. And the HCXD onto Chino here. They're throwing out some smokes over near that A bridge. Sender eats a grenade. As Diabolic runs up, he gets first blood on Sace, and he gets away with his life. While it's going to be a player, Replays falls on the side of the bridge. LG answer back with a kill of their own.
Where's Chino out with streaks, by the way? He's on a 5 streak. How close is he? So he's 150 off the dart. Okay, so that might end up coming into play here. We got 2 players left right now for LG. 3 versus 2 advantage. Spacely in water.
Is he gonna drown?
Looks like they're going to wrap the whole way. Can Spacely get through water and get up on B?
You got to be so cautious whenever you're swimming through water on this map, especially when you go through this part right here where the waterfall is, because it blocks your line of sight. And Sender is going for the bomb plant. Spacely's in a position to find some kills. But this is exactly where you work the numerical advantage that you have. And Chino's just cutting off all the way back here. Back over to Spacely. He moves in and immediately gets traded out. John's there. Diabolic with 2. DT have yet to lose a round.
How impressive is this from Diabolic? We talk about what a good S&D player is, but he struggled mightily in game 2. Remember, he went 0-0-6, right? Yeah, he had 0 points, 0 kills, 6 deaths, and he is going huge now in game 5, baby.
Talk about turning things around. DT are poised to shut Luminosity out here and win a game 5.
Like, I don't think we could have had more interesting results today.
No.
If TSM, and if you wanted to pick certain teams to win to, like, literally make it the most ridiculous, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, listen, there's nobody in their right minds that would have predicted DT to win a game 5 today. Nobody would have predicted that.
Oh, my God. 4-0.
Oh, they're not checking their corner. Chino's right here. He kills himself along with Saints. Oh, things looking pretty good for LG in this round at least. They have the man advantage, which is something, but coming around the hot flank, it's none other than Diabolic. He's got Heatwave here as he runs right into John.
Yeah, John obliterates him. Sender by himself. All right, LG, you're on the board. You're on the board. I almost want LG to win this. Like, okay, I'm so torn right now because I want DT to win a game 5. I do. But also, LG's done such a good job battling back and giving themselves a chance to get in. They win this, I think they're in, basically. And he had a 2-0 lead. Like,
and you were up 4-0 in Surge.
None. No, I mean for the LG side, like the 2-0 lead in the series. Like, none of them will be sleeping tonight.
Oh, definitely a rough way to end the week. You got Diabolic with Heatwave, Center close to Kinetic, Chino close, and Killa pretty close to Overdrive. That's just the bait smoke over near the A bridge. That's been the one constant they've had in their offensive rounds, while it should gear up for a B bomb site push. No, don't push forward, Spacely. Sender is waiting for Spacely just to show an inch of his body so he can put 4 bullets. Okay, good jiggle peek, and Spacely's just going to get the heck out of that one.
Well, who's this player at the bottom? Does he have him pinned at the bottom of the map? Replays is on steps.
I don't think they know each other here.
Well, kill his angle. Okay, he's just watching the overextension. He just saw him. He had to have seen him cross. Okay.
And that's 2 down for LG. He knows Replays is going to be quick on this flank.
Yep.
Oh, he could find
Killa
both
should
here.
have it perfectly. Nice. Oh, you got to win that. And Saints wins one as well. DT, don't throw this. Don't throw this. You're hurting my heart, my soul, my whole body.
That was definitely a gunfight I thought Killer should win. But are these guys going to meet each other in rotation over towards the A bomb site? Diabolic with Heatwave, he's going to fight 180. He doesn't win the gunfight against Replays. Sender has kinetic armor here.
Oh, no.
Picks up the bomb. Is he going to go for the plant or is he going to go for the kills? They're splitting up. Actually, they're sticking together, but they're at the wrong bomb site. There's still a chance for Sender to do this.
This round has been absurd. If Sender clutches this after things fell apart for DT, oh, he wants to go dolphin diving. Getting into water. He has his kinetic armor, too. But it's close range. You'd love him to have a VMP here.
Bomb's not planted for him. Finds one at the door.
Oh, no.
He needs to wrap back around. He needs to wrap around ASAP, but
he's stuck. Saints is on it. Saints is on it. Halfway there. Halfway. Trying to get it. 2 seconds left. And he's got it. He's got the defuse.
Oh, and he used kinetic, too.
God! DT. DT, please. DT, please. It was 4-0.
DT, take my energy.
It was 4-0.
Look, he pops his kinetic. He doesn't kill Saints in time. Replays is there to pick up the kill. They get the defuse. LG starting to show some life here in Game 5.
What? Why?
Why do you play with our emotions like this, DT?
That round, like, they had every advantage. Like, Killa played that perfectly.
Spacely used glitch, it looks like, as well.
Oh, my Lord. 4-2 advantage for DT with the 4-0 lead. Okay. All right.
Camo into the B-bomb site. He will find one here. Okay.
Cinder going big. Wins that one. The camo comes off at the most inopportune time, and Cinder is locking down the B site. He does not want DT to collapse here in Game 5.
Saints does find Chino in the meantime, so brings it down to a 3-on-2, a lot more manageable, while the remaining 3 DT members are over near that B-bomb site.
DT is going to allow this to get close. It'll probably be a 2v2
This would be a 2-on-2 if Replays gets that opening kill with camo.
Here, I'm going to pull him up. And there's one player, Killa. They're so stacked by B right now.
Yeah, they are going to play together and try to work trades here for sure.
Saints has the heat wave. I'm gonna watch Saints here. Well, look at they're wrapping. Oh, I thought all of them.
John now
were
has
a long way around.
overdrive can be big here. They're playing a little too close for my liking. And Saints gets what? What?
Okay, well, just obliterated there. Cinder gets 3 kills in that round. I just don't know if they expected them to push out that side, like 2 of them to come kind of by Tiki and Bridge. They weren't ready at all. Like, they weren't even like guns up.
That is just a reckless push out.
It just looks sloppy, right?
You have no cover to work with. You have no information. I thought they were going to play like back to back in the corners of the room, or send somebody to control water.
Hey, Revan. DT's 1 round away. I mean, how often? I mean, this scenario has existed so many times in watching different esports or okay, major sports as well, where you have an opportunity to play spoiler. Very often, do you actually play the spoiler?
Yeah. DT with
not
chance
very
here.
often. They're gonna do it.
Kill it with overdrive here. Switches to the VMP. Doesn't use it.
Saving it for another day.
Heat wave and count. They have so many tools available to them. Once again, their constant here on Hunted is to throw that smoke out on the bridge. It makes the defense think that they're going to be pushing this side of the map. But really, it's going to go down at the beat bomb site. go! He uses heat wave, finds a kill. DT. They might win a game 5.
They've had a chance. 4-on-3 advantage. 60 seconds here. Killa and crew watching mid-map. They got the opening kill. Can they get the plant? Trying to back them up off the B site if they can. There's only 1 player, and that's going to be replays you were seeing for a second. He's been pushed back with nades. They have an HC to work with as well if Cinder opts to use this. But like you said, bomb still has not gotten planted. They're playing very, very safe.
Saints is getting pretty darn close to coming up right behind everybody on DT, and he has heat wave to use. Oh, if he pushes now, it'd be the perfect timing. Nobody's watching this push.
Oh,
the
no.
bomb gets planted at the B site.
He doesn't realize if he just took that angle, it'd be perfect. He wants to push from the other side. The heat wave does connect. He's able to find 1. Couple players behind him, though. 1, I believe, got into water. It's going to be 1 player left. John, 1v2.
Are they going to do it, Maven?
I think they are. Here's the heat wave. Oh, I like this, though. I like this, though. Using the overdrive, trying to wrap around best he can. Oh my, this could be insane. He doesn't have a VMP though.
He's running out of time.
Stick it. If he had stuck it there, I thought if he had stuck it there, he might have a chance. He's gonna lose it. Killa with the final kill. DT wins a game 5. TK, CLG, TSM, H2K, all of their dreams that much more alive.
DT wins a game 5.
Oh my God.
They do it. They find a way to close it out, finally!
I thought for sure, like when those 2 rounds went down, I'm like, they're throwing this.
Yeah, me too.
They're throwing this.
I thought things were gonna take a turn for the worse, but DT, hold on!
I think at one point I called Killa a sneaky chef.
A sneaky chef?
And I don't know why. Maybe because he had something cooking.
I will solo cast for the rest of the night. You could go home.
I said it and I was like, what? All right, awesome game 5, though. It was a long series. We had some issues, but we made it to the game 5 to see DT close it out. LG getting reverse sweep, though, after the 2-0 advantage. Final match of the night, Optic versus Complexity. Quick break, guys. We'll be right back.